better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key controlled by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up.
I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad.
baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
What is going on, everybody? How are you doing? Yay! It's 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm awake. Woohoo! I actually got some sleep, though. So that's a good thing. So, how are we doing today, everybody? Let me know. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing first thing in the morning? I want nachos. Ooh, nachos do sound good right now, though. I want some nachos, too. Great, Gigi. Now you make me want nachos. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that, Gigi. Thank you. It's your fault. Just chilling and gaming. I know that's right, Advent. I'm just chilling and waking up. No, I actually got some sleep last night. I was an hour late. As y'all saw on Twitter, everybody was tweeting me going, Xylie, we need you now. I was an hour late for D&D. I woke up at 7 and was like, oh no, I was supposed to be there at 6. I knew taking a nap. I was going to wake up late. I knew it. And I even set an alarm. And I don't even remember the alarm going off and me cutting it off. But the alarm was set and the alarm went off. I just don't know what happened. Let's see. Did that, and then we went to go record, but my blood sugar levels were like really low. I was sick. Bunny's was having some issues, and so we didn't even record. So we don't have anything coming out on Saturday, but we'll be back next week. So we're gonna be good for the broadcast. We'll just pick it back up next week. That's all. Oh, why is my phone going off? Oh my God. I'm going to go live again tonight and we're going to go over that Illuminati, the video about Illuminati. We're going to be going over that video tonight. So, I'm going to tell you what. I will say this before we get started. I didn't think me saying that Sneeko got a W would cause some issues. I was like, my God, people are really mad that I gave Sneeko a W. Ugh. Like, what in the world? My goodness. Will you be watching the boogie fight? Yes, I will be watching the boogie fight on that channel. Watching it. Or unless we do a stage in somebody's Discord, I'll be watching it there. But I definitely want to watch the boogie fight. 1,000%. That's the only fight I care about. You know? Hold on. I saw Mr. CJ Brown asking me something. Who's Ben Thorpe? The Thorpe family are a family of grifters. I think they're fake as all hail. Alright, so Stardust did a stream, which is like 5 hours long. Okay, we're not going over the whole stream. The only part I care about is when Ben Thorpe goes up there and talks to her. And it's something. It's definitely something because he proved me right. He proved me right just by what he said. Just by what came out of his mouth, that man proved me right. I knew he was a piece of poo. Damn it. Yeah, even me and you were talking about the the recording, the live stream we were going to do Saturday, and I was like, damn, I forgot about the fights. It's like, ugh. No, Queen Panda, we shall not watch it live on here because I don't want a copyright claim and it taken down. So no, we will not be watching it here. It will be on the Misfits YouTube channel. I just said that I will be going over that tonight, T. I will be going over that tonight. I will not be going over it right now. That something major news like that, I'm going to do that at night. So, when is the big fight? You talking about the wings and... Oh, no, you're fine, T. You're fine. It's morning time for me. I sound more RBF in the morning than I do in the evening because I haven't fully woken up. So don't take me as being, like, angry or anything. Yeah, the wings and boogie fight is going to be at 12 noon tomorrow. I got confirmation from Keemstar himself on what time it is. Like, literally in the DM, so... Alright. Make sure my volume's already up. So, Stardust was doing her stream about the Thorpes. You know, who are they? She found some kind of document that was on Reddit about them. I need to get it from her because I really want to go through it. It had a bunch of good clips in it. It was a 5-hour stream. And she was ready to get off, but then big old Ben Thorpe thought he was going to do something and go up on her stream. So... we are going to watch this. It's called the Thorpe family. What do they stand for? Absolutely nothing. That's my personal opinion about them. All right. So if we are ready to go, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to start this. You know what's funny, Nuclear? He jumped on there. She was doing her stream the same time as me. But he jumped on there around midnight. He jumped on there right after I had finished my stream. I don't even know they knew I was streaming about them. So, alright, let's go. This is when Ben Thorpe popped in.
You're muted on your own end. You may have to unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself, you boomer.
Yes.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Awesome. So, I guess what's the story here? What's the story here? What do you guys stand for? What's going on? What are you trying to achieve?
That's a great question. I didn't catch the earlier party.
Well, I tagged him in this one, so if he's awake, he knows that I'm streaming about him. I don't care. I eventually want to talk to these people.
Your stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure you had Andrew Wilson on.
Yeah, I did have Andrew Wilson on for a little bit. Yeah.
Andrew Wilson.
You know what? Yes. Speaking of, well, it wasn't Andrew Wilson, but hold on. I want y'all to hear this first. All right, so Big Papa Fascist, he's had run-ins with the Thorpes. Ben Thorpe's actually been on the Crucible with them. I'm not a big Papa Fascist fan. He seems like he's a nice dude, but as far as like politics and go, nah. And definitely I have issues with his wife because she is a self-proclaimed misogynist. So I am not down for the cause with her either. But he actually explains the Thorpes, and I think he actually explains them very well. So I want to watch this first, and then we'll skip over to when Ben Thorpe. I totally forgot about this. All right, my bad, guys.
Without any kind of aid for the backlore, Zonia just kind of went through and pieced most of it together and gave a lot of fair-handed coverage. So I think I'm going to hand Zonia over a bunch of recordings that I have that nobody knows about so that you guys can...
So apparently Zonia has been, when I say A-logging, I don't mean it in the bad way, but she's been, like, people were giving Zonia a bunch of W's. I haven't watched Zonia's videos on the Thorpes yet, but Zonia pretty much figured them out. And I think we actually figured out the same thing, honestly. So...
So anyway, this whole thing is a big ass work.
Yep.
Okay.
So the whole thing is a big work. So Thorpe, Ben Thorpe, he made his debut appearance on the internet on a friend of mine's channel named Made by Jim Bob.
Zonia is smart as hell, highly intelligent, Evo, 1000%.
Okay.
So this is back in September of last year. It's actually, I think slightly before September of last year. Okay. So he's kind of trolling in the chat, demanding to come on, this kind of thing. And Jim Bob finally lets him on. Figured out pretty quick that he's a lunatic, and throws him off. Right.
Yeah.
So Thorpe contacts me, and he wants to come on the Crucible and do a debate. And he wants to debate with me. I don't remember what it was about. Trad values. I don't fucking remember. But the debate's still up there, right? So we do the debate, and Ben gets crushed, gets humiliated. We laugh at him, and then we don't hear much more from Ben Thorpe after that for about 2 days. And then he starts blowing up my DMs. He tells me that I should give him a phone call. I should talk with him. He has a big plan that he assures me is going to get me 1 million views, right, on YouTube.
Okay.
All kinds of shit like this.
Yeah, he's one of those that he thinks he has YouTube figured out. The one thing that I will stand very clear, I think in the couple, and when I say couple, I don't mean an actual relationship type couple. I mean between the father and the daughter. I think Grace is the smart one. Ben is the used car salesman, and his cadence, I'm telling you, we have seen this cadence before. He's full of shit. Okay? I gotta try to calm down my my cussing, all right? Anyway, he's full of shit, all right? And you could tell that by the way he talks. Grace is the smart one. She's the one that she knows with that pretty little face, and she knows by the way she talks, she sounds more convincing.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I handily reject because, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what they start doing is they start hyper stalking the two channels, the Crucible channel and Made by Jim Bob. Right? They're just in there.
Juan, you will never get me to say that. I will never say that. No.
Daily, they follow us channel to channel. So like if I went on Modern Day Debate, you'd see the Thorpes in the chat, and they'd be spurging in the chat. One of them I did with Radical Coper. I think it was Radical Coper and Lavloon, where Thorpe was in the chat, and after the debate, Thorpe left a comment, literally a comment under every single person's comment, just talking trash about me, right?
Wow.
And they would stream snipe the Crucible constantly.
He's a troll. We've seen this before. He just comes out of a different community. And the communities they come from, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt how they are.
Make content about us constantly. They were just like anything they could do to get our attention. They saw us as like these entry points. Because I run the debate channel, I have a lot of connections all throughout Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So they saw me as this like entry point in these communities. So I told them, said, you guys are going about this the wrong way. There's no reason to actually stalk me. And of course they didn't quit, and they weren't going to listen to me, right? But eventually I was able to get in a call with Grace, and I told her, I said, if you just go to Destiny and you pop in his DMs and you flirt with him a little bit, he'll have you on stream, and then all the Destiny orbiters and Twitch, all of them, after they realize that you're a lunatic, will just like incessantly cover you, because that's what happens, right? It goes from Destiny, and
so it's Big Papa Fascist's fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. The reason why we have the Thorpes now. Congratulations. Thank you. It only takes one person, and it's his fault.
And then it trickles down to the orbiters who cover all the Destiny bullshit, which is what's happening right now, by the way.
Yeah, you got me. You got me. I'm guilty as charged. So
anyway,
same sis. But I'm not an orbiter,
that's what she
though.
does. Finally, she does this, right? This is after months of them like just sniping us and going after just everything they could possibly do, right? Try to get our attention. So it was so bad, in fact, that like this guy Hormaxer, who you're covering, The way the Thorpes came into contact with these people is because they literally everywhere I would go, anything I'd host on my channel, they would immediately go over to that community and try to get into with that community. They were just looking for an entry point anywhere they possibly could into either Twitch politics or maybe a good YouTube channel as an entry point to Twitch politics, something like this. So I did this debate with an actual GIMP on Alex PWF's channel.
Yeah.
And of course, the Thorpes are in my chat spurging and this kind of thing. And
oh, the daughter was talking mad shit in chat and Stardust chat. Oh my God, if I was there, because I went to sleep and I missed Thorpe getting up on her channel. And the daughter was talking mad shit in the chat. And when I went back and watched it and I saw the stuff she was saying, oh my God, if I was there. Oh, I missed it. All because I needed sleep. Oh, I'm not me on Destiny stream. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. I don't do that pseudo intellectual internet bullshit. I don't do it. I'm too plain Jane. I'm too blue collar. I don't. Yeah, no. Me on Destiny stream. I don't think so. I wouldn't be welcomed.
So anyway, Hormaxer. So because Alex PWF came on the channel, they were introduced to that community that way. And Hormaxer was a guy who I would make fun of incessantly on PWS channel, right? And so basically any of these people that they saw that the Crucible had any contact with, they would just kind of immediately move into that community and try their hardest to like engage with it or get on screen or something like this, right? That was the whole game. So that's how she came in contact with Hormaxer and how Ben came in contact with Hormaxer. So
okay, with Hormaster, that was a horrible stream, and oh my God. But I honestly believe, like he's saying, I believe the whole entire thing is a work. I mean, I think everything is a work. I don't think there might be a little with these people, I honestly believe there's a little bit of truth in their big lies. I really, really believe that. What do you mean it would bring a bunch of people we don't want over here? I don't care who comes in my chat as long as they act right. I mean, that's more views for me, GG. What? I'm on YouTube for a reason. Of course I want the views. If you haven't noticed, I've been covering Destiny more. I've been covering that side of YouTube more.
There's a ton more to this lore, right? But the whole thing is work. And they've been attempting to move in to Twitch politics in these arenas for a long time, trying to get any foothold. And she was finally basically able to use Destiny as an entry point. And she probably did exactly what I told her to do, which was to slip in his DMs, right? And then, he'll have her on the show, and then all the orbiters will lose their fucking minds and incessantly cover them, which they're doing. But I told them that the downside to that is that they're going to be monumentally hated and then basically cast off into a garbage can because they're uninteresting, talentless hacks. But that we're not to that stage of this yet. But the whole thing's a work. And basically all of you fucking dummies fell for it, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like, I
sure.
can't even believe it. I'm like, I can't believe you guys, but I can, right? I can't.
Yeah, but at the same time, okay, see, this is where Big Papa Fascist, I think, is wrong. Me personally, one, I'm not a Destiny orbiter, all right? So I'm not really in that list of who he's talking about. But I knew they were fake just when they were talking to Destiny. I called them out on their BS just with them talking to Destiny because you can hear the lies. You can hear the cadence the father was doing, and you can see that the daughter was saving him in the conversation. I do not believe a word of it. I don't believe a word of it until proof comes out that what people are saying is true. I mean, solid proof, not the proof of what they're doing in front of the camera, because I think that's a work. I think it's a work.
Can believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all fell for it.
We did. Look, I won't deny that. I definitely fell for it. I guess the only thing I can say is, I didn't, when initially all this stuff was coming out about them and people are saying, look at this incestuous relationship, it was like, oh, no, I don't want to cover that. Yeah, I don't know.
That's all done. So this is all
Yeah.
calculated, or
Yeah.
it's attempted to be calculated. It's not calculated well, right?
No,
But
it's not.
They attempt to calculate it. So you'll see like Don Thorpe Sr. will he'll use provocative language on purpose, but you notice he never crosses the Rubicon or the threshold, right? So it'll make like an implication that something's going on there. There isn't anything going on there. There's nothing going on there. The whole thing, the fucking whole thing's a work.
It was 8 times during that conversation with Destiny that either the daughter or the father wanted Destiny to talk about the incest. They were practically begging him to talk about it. That's a work. I'm sorry. That is an absolute work.
Yeah.
So other small creators who you've never heard of, like guys like Mr. Deadman and like these, they're in these whole different sectors that you guys aren't really aware of on YouTube. And they do commentary on these people all the time because they're huge locales in these other like teeny sectors. You're talking like guys with 20 subs and they're friends with like 200 other people who have 20 sub channels, right? And they've all engaged with these people, and so there's huge lore going back on them of people of these people trying to get a foothold anywhere they possibly could as an entry point into Twitch politics. And basically Destiny bringing them up on the stream caused this cascade effect. And it's basically exactly what they wanted. And I just kind of can't help but laugh at how predictable it is.
See, Midna, I think you're falling for it. Just that last sentence you said, or has she always been her dad's property? I honestly think you're just falling for it. I think you're falling for it. I think people who make statements like that, you're falling for what they want people to think. I don't think she is her dad's property. Matter of fact, I think she's the one. I'm kind of, not gonna lie, I'm kind of thinking she's the one that runs it. Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, I think she runs it. Honestly. Yep, he's not good at it.
Yeah. I mean, you have a good eye for these things. So I know you said that there's nothing like incestuous actually going on. What do you think, though?
Not.
Yeah. What do you think though about like Ben telling Grace to like dress provocatively on screen and stuff like that, and kind of like?
Well, okay. So again, this is all mid-calculated. So these people try to calculate this, but they're not very good at it.
Yeah.
So what happened with all that initially was because they went initially into like my community, and I have a very, very hefty Orthodox base, right? And a lot of non-Orthodox Christians who follow my content, commentary, things like that. As you know, you've been in that community a bit.
Yeah.
So a few of them peeled off to just go like check the Thorpes out, 5 or 6 of them or this or that. And some of them were kind of intrigued by it, and so they would engage with them. And of course, when they engaged with them and they went live, they would basically go after Grace and say, you should humble yourself and you shouldn't dress so provocatively and blah, 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 blah. Well, what Ben saw when that happened was he saw, again, an entry point. He's like, oh, wait, this causes controversy? People are making commentary on how Grace is dressing?
Exactly.
Well, we better do more of that, right?
Exactly. Yeah, good to hear that Tommy's surgery went well. That's awesome. Tommy W.
Because that's gonna put the demons in their head that they have to say something or do something, and it'll draw more attention in. And so again, it's pure calculation. It's not well done, right? But it's a reaction to attention. So like, okay, Grace gets attention. So Grace wasn't even involved with the Thorpe thing initially, right? She came in a little later, and because she was getting a lot more attention than Ben was still using her as like a forward-facing front to kind of move into these other communities. And when she started getting attention from young men, because she's a young woman, especially religious young men, who would bark at her because she wasn't wearing the proper type of clothing, he leaned into it, right? He leaned into it, and so
it's all for attention. It's all for attention. Listen, I think they actually go by any attention is good attention. Whether it's good attention or it's bad attention, any attention is good attention. We've seen this before. We have seen this kind of, not this specifically type of work, but we've seen people try to work their way into the commentary community by any means necessary. We have seen it before over here. And that's what they're doing. They're literally trying to get attention by any means necessary. They do not care.
That's how that came to be. Initially, Don Thorpe Sr. wasn't nearly as as interested in Grace dressing more provocatively. That kind of came later as the attention came with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you think that like his comments about whoring her out, and all of that is just like him trying to generate controversy around her, essentially.
Well, again, it's a lean into. So one of the conversations that I had with Thorpe Sr. and this was Grace also.
Yeah.
And this turned into a back and forth exchange with me and Grace. I told her she was a dumb, talentless hack. And the only reason she had the 4 people who went into her audience to begin with is because she dressed like an e-skank. So what did she expect was going to happen?
Yeah.
So from there, of course, they lean into it, right? Because now I'm talking to them. So obviously this is something we need to lean into, because if Andrew's going to confront us about it, then clearly there's clout to be gained here. But I was just making fun of him, right? So, but essentially that's where that really started. And so like Radical Coper, who's in chat, for instance.
Oh, Spyro, this isn't a family channel. This has nothing to do with family channels. This is on some other shit. This is not family channels, I promise you. It's a family, but it's not like a family channel. This is on some other shit.
He came later too. He started really beginning to engage with that community because the Thorpes decided that they were going to try to copy the Crucible and do their own debate platform. And it was an unmitigated disaster. It was an unmitigated fucking disaster. Nobody showed up. He offered to pay big bucks to have people come on and debate, including E. Michael Jones. I remember he sent me a DM and he's like, after this E. Michael Jones debate that I'm about to have, I'm going to blow up and you could be a part of that. And of course, told him to go fuck himself, right? Because he's an idiot. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing, what he's talking about. And it didn't go anywhere. He did the debate. It got several thousand more views than he normally would have had because it was E. Michael Jones. And then he just kind of faded right back into obscurity. But he tried his hand at the debate thing, complete abysmal failure. But because guys like Coper, who have these really teeny tiny obscure audiences also, because the Thorpes are willing to engage with them, those smaller, really tiny creators have to kind of move in with each other, right?
Okay, so we pretty much heard that. Basically, where did they come from? They come from Boyd. That's pretty much all you need to know. All right, so Ben shows up, and he gets in there. Okay, hold on, because of course, we saw that he was muted, because he doesn't know how to work Discord.
Great.
Okay, there we go.
Awesome. So, I guess
you see Grace in the background. Now she's going to start typing in the chat.
What's the story here? What's the story here? What do you guys stand for? What's going on? What are you trying to achieve?
That's a great question. I didn't catch the earlier part of your stream, so I'm not sure you had Andrew Wilson on.
Yeah, I did have Andrew Wilson on for a little bit. Yeah.
Andrew Wilson. Okay. And what was his take?
His take, he thinks that you guys are grifters. That everything that you're doing is kind of played up for an audience to generate more views.
Okay, but isn't that what you do as well?
I mean, to some extent, all streamers do that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, we want to succeed on YouTube. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say they don't want to succeed on YouTube, but
yeah,
why would you be here if you don't want to succeed?
Oh, he just told on himself. He's telling y'all it's a grift. It's just people don't want to listen. They want to get hung up on that incest shit so much that they literally are blind to what he's saying. He's telling you it's a grift. He's telling you it's a grift. He's telling you it's for attention on YouTube because everybody wants to see it on YouTube. That's what we're here for.
Sure.
But a grifter, I take it as someone who is running a scam, sort of.
You are.
There's no scam here.
Okay. All right. So what are your goals? What do you stand for as a person? Do you want to do debate content? What do you want to preach a certain way of life? What exactly are you aiming for?
I'm trying to develop what I call me personally. Grace is different and others different. We're all streamers. I'm trying to develop what I call the center edgelord position on things in general. Like, for example, you don't seem like you're that wound up. Grace just got off a stream where this woman was screaming at her that she's the victim of abuse and she's an abuser. And you can imagine people read their own whatever hostility towards men because I'm a big guy. I'm openly sort of masculine. And so I become the epitome of whatever their issues are. But there's a kind of hysteria. I'm sure you've seen it. I know that we may have crossed paths on the Crucible, but I kept getting banned there by Andrew because he said I was supposedly an informant for the FBI against the Orthodox Church.
Okay.
But I think there's a hysteria about things like sexual things. It doesn't make any sense, Like, kid Ryan Radical Coder, who was just on, he wants to do what Destiny's doing, an open marriage.
Okay.
You know, when he gets married, and to me that's child abuse, frankly, because you know, of course, the question would be, what do you do if a child is conceived as the result of, you know, the reproductive act?
He just says anything out of his mouth. He literally just says anything out of his mouth. I don't think he believes a damn word he's saying. I'm even questioning the fact if he's even Catholic. Honestly. I question everything about him.
And I guess his solution is some combination of abortion. It doesn't make any sense
Well,
to set up a situation like that. A child should have parents, right? That's the whole point. It's nature. It's not crazy.
So I don't really want to talk about Radical Coder. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. I'm friendly with him, but I've you know, been in debate panels with him, but I don't know much about what he stands for.
I'm just saying, same as Destiny. Yeah. Destiny's the same type of guy. He's got an open marriage. I'm not trying to like throw shade on Destiny. He says, I have an open marriage. And I asked him, what happens if there's a child conceived? And he said, you know, murder. That's what we do.
That's not what he said. Shut up. He said an abortion. He didn't say murder. Oh my God. Dude, you are just, I hate disingenuous people. I really, really, really hate disingenuous people. And this is probably one of the, God, Lord have mercy.
Well,
so, I mean, to throw shade on me, people say, oh, I've seen things that you have a warm relationship with your daughter. Okay, yeah, that's true. We've been through, you know, an interesting set of circumstances here in our family, and we've gotten closer than maybe normally a father and daughter do. That's not a crime.
No. Okay, so I'm not accusing you guys of incest. I don't think that there's like incest going on. You know, anything that I have, you know, heard obviously seems like a joke to me, with the exception that, you know, the playing up of sexuality on stream, right? I guess
no, I don't think there's any playing up of sexuality.
Excuse me, sir. On that Whoremaster stream, yes, there was 1,000%. I saw that stream for myself. Yeah.
On stream, I think that there's a normal I flirt with a lot of females on stream, and I think that that's totally normal.
Sure, but I mean,
that's
like,
normal.
Sure, but again, asking like your daughter to like wear lingerie on stream and telling her to like put it up against the wall, like obviously I know that you're trying to do that to some extent for views, but at the same time, it is still it's still sexualizing your daughter, is it not?
No, you know who sexualized my daughter? Her father in heaven. It's called puberty. She's a sexual person. And my point with Grace, it's an honest, sincere point. You can...
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm not even... Oh, you know who sexualizes my daughter? The Father in heaven. Because, you know, puberty. What? Oh, God. No. That made my brain stutter, right? Oh, God, that's so sick. I don't know how to react to that. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord have mercy. Rap Chit, you're going to need more than a coffee to get through this. I'm telling you now. Oh, this man right here, I swear. Oh, my God.
Say I played up reviews, and yeah, I mean, maybe. But honestly, I think that our background is kind of like Catholic, conservative, and that's kind of on the right. And I think that I don't know your background, but I think there's this culture. It's very difficult to negotiate as a female streamer. On the one hand, yes, there are people who exploit themselves. You know, there's OnlyFans, can be porn and exploitative, and you know, there's a kind of e-girl sort of, I don't know, degrading culture. On the other hand, there's a kind of hysterical puritanism about female sexuality, which I do not. People say, how can you be a Catholic and have your daughter dance for men? Why can't I? I don't have her dance for men. She's an adult. Why can't she dance?
But you're encouraging it.
Sure. Is Taylor Swift's father, if he was encouraging her to look great while...
Bro, come on now. There's a big difference on what Taylor Swift does than what you were asking your daughter to do on that stream. Bro. Oh my God.
she performs? Is he abusing her?
It's not even about looking great though, right? And I don't think I've used the word abusive towards you, but I do think so I'm not going to jump to extremes like other people. I'm sure you've talked to other streamers who do jump to extremes. But you know, there's a difference between like keep yourself healthy, look great, you know, make sure you're looking sharp versus Grace, go put on some lingerie, Grace, go dance for the viewers, you know, put some music on, dance for that, especially in the direction to a man who his name is Hormaxer, right?
Yeah, he's a great guy. I encourage you. He's actually a great guy. Yeah, he talks a little dirty. This is my point. In our family dynamic, Grace's mother was unable to, you know, sort of, I don't know your family dynamic, but a mother usually sort of initiates the daughter into, you know, wearing a bra, having the monthly cycles, all that sort of stuff. That didn't really occur.
Aaron, if you're gonna troll, at least be a little bit better than that. You kind of suck at it. Literally, you're sucking at it. You don't even have a PFP. So why don't you get on your real account and talk your shit then? Get on your real account and talk your shit. Until then, go ahead and try to troll. Anyway. All right, let's go.
Because Grace's mother, I think, sort of lacks maturity. I'm not saying, you know, she just didn't know how to do it because she didn't have a successful experience of that herself. So, you know, so my daughters have this thing. I think if it's left to the father, right, because their mother has basically dropped out of the picture, right?
He sounds like a used car salesman. This dude sounds like he's trying to sell you a 1994 Toyota Corolla, and he's trying to tell you it has the same things that a 2023 Corolla has. This dude sounds so bad. Holy crap. This dude sounds so bad.
For the last 5.5 years, she's just been totally non-responsive because I called some of this stuff out. Like, what are we doing here? So I think a girl can get alienated. And, you know, Grace is a natural performer. She's always been a performer. You could say that I exploit her by saying that I think she could do great performing as a career, but...
Oh, no. You absolutely exploit her. You exploited her on that stream. You absolutely exploited her on that stream. And she calls that dude Uncle, oh God, what, Uncle Max or something like that? Like, come on. Y'all play that up. Y'all play that shit up so much. Don't even go there.
I don't really understand that. Do I benefit from it? Would I benefit from it? Sure. I don't think there's anything wrong with families encouraging their kids to succeed. And I think a part of that is when she first came on stream, I mean, obviously she's a very lovely young lady, but the sexual, let's say, the sexual attention that an attractive young woman will get on stream can be difficult to negotiate. Would you agree with that?
Sure, it can be difficult. But
it can be exciting, overwhelming. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I am.
That tells you right there. That's why Grace is the front runner, because of how pretty she is, and she's a beautiful girl. She is a beautiful girl, but she's in on it, and I think honestly she's taken over the operation. For me personally, I think she's taken over the operation because she's better at communicating than he is. He fucking sucks. He sounds like he's trying to convince me turkey is the same as ham when I just really want to buy myself a chicken breast. Yes. 100%. 100%.
Not disagreeing with that, but you are talking about this man is 45. He talked about pimping your daughter out on you know, and no father, I think, who, or any parent really, who is following a religion like Catholicism or is following like a more conservative way of life would be okay with a man like named Hormaxer disrespecting his daughter like that.
Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, it's a bit. He's playing a certain part, and
even
we're
if
playing
it's a joke.
No,
like,
wait a minute.
It's still disrespecting her, right?
You assume.
Yes, it is disrespecting her. But I'm gonna tell you now, I don't think she minded. She didn't mind it. I don't think I don't think she's a victim. I really don't think she's a victim. She plays into it too. I don't think she's a victim. Unless I get shown proof otherwise, I don't think she's a victim. I really don't.
That religious people are conservative, and I don't.
No, Plant.
Well, you said...
I think they're fake. I think they may actually be family, but I think they're fake. Like, their whole story and their whole shtick is fake. I really believe that.
Yourself, you said yourself that you were conservative, right?
We used to come out of that kind of. I mean, that's sort of where I come out of. But that's why I say I'm moving towards the center. I don't. Do you think Pope Francis? I don't know what you know about Pope Francis. He's not really a conservative, and conservative people hate
But
him.
he probably still wouldn't encourage a girl to dress provocatively and dance for a man or dance for viewers on screen, right?
You know, it's kind of interesting. Pope Francis recently sort of said, like, dating on Tinder, like, we shouldn't be so uptight about it. And that's an interesting.
No, he doesn't remind me of Bosch at all. He doesn't have the cadence of Bosch. He does not remind me of Bosch at all. No. Bosch, okay, Bosch is, I can understand people not liking Bosch, whatever, etc., etc. This dude's on a whole different level. This dude is a grifter. This dude is a used car salesman. Just listen to the cadence of how he talks. He's constantly trying to convince you of something every time he talks to you. Every time he talks to you, he's trying to convince you of something.
Interesting thing. It is true that a lot of liaisons on Tinder are like fleeting sexual encounters. But it's where people meet these days. And so I think he was saying, like, let's not be so uptight and anti-internet dating.
Sure, but
and the
again,
Pope is in many ways liberal. He's had transgender people that
yeah,
he's
but I'm
met
not even
with and
talking about
called them by their pronouns.
religious people. Like you yourself, like based on your beliefs, right? You are not just a Catholic, but you have said that you're a conservative-leaning man, right?
No.
But you just did say that earlier in this
No,
stream.
I mean, that's my, like, sort of, I used to teach in a Catholic school. That's what I grew up with. But I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. And for example, there's a traditional way there's a way that right-wing people look at women. There's a way that left-wing people look at women. I think they're both crazy. On the right wing, you have this idea that I, with a daughter who's 20 years old, am like personally accountable for everything she does, and that everything she does is me telling her to do something, and if she wears whatever clothing she wants to wear, that I am telling her to do it. It's crazy. She's not a child. She's not.
But
a baby.
in that video, in that one stream, you were encouraging her, along with Warmaxer, you were both encouraging her to put on lingerie, to put on a tight mini skirt, right? So I'm not saying that any decision that she makes is up to you. I'm saying I am pointing at a direct example of you actually instructing her and encouraging her to do something.
Yep.
And I tell you, it's a funny thing, because I come from I think you're a millennial, maybe?
Yeah,
generation.
millennial,
I'm Generation X, and when we were kids, my generation, parents didn't have to tell their kids have sex. People were having sex. These days, I honestly feel, on both sides, I have to tell, like, young men, like, it's okay to have a penis. Let's bring it over to a vagina. It's going to be okay, guys. And I know it can be scary, but there's a real, like, sort of inability of the sexes to connect. And, like, whatever, for better or worse, I'm constantly encouraging young men to, interact with my daughter.
Okay, here's the thing, Queen Panda. You can't exploit somebody who's in on it. You can't exploit somebody who's in on it. She's in on it. She's 100% in on it. Because she's got the same mindset. Anything for views. She's in on it. And she's making money off of it too. She has more subscribers than he does. And they're really not making much. They're getting ready to, but they're really not making much. I can tell you that now.
And they don't want to. So I have to encourage her too. Like,
I understand, but a 45-year-old man with a history of being in and out of jail, right? Like he has a history of being. I'm pretty sure, like Hormaxer, right? He's been in and out, right? You don't know who these people are in the chat who are making passes at Grace. You don't know who you are exposing her to.
Oh,
so yes,
we've gotten to know him.
Sure, maybe you've gotten to know him, but still you don't know who she's exposing herself to in the chat, right? If there could be a crazy stalker in the chat.
There could be a crazy stalker in your chat.
There could be, but again, I'm not.
There could be crazy stalkers anywhere. But I mean, I would think that's why I think this is a grift. That's exactly why I think this was a grift. Because what father would do that with their daughter? Honestly, what father would do that with their daughter? I don't know a father that would do that with their daughter. I really don't. And if I did know them, I wouldn't want anything to do with them. It's a whole scheme to get easy money and attention, regardless if it's bad attention. Exactly. That's exactly how I'm looking at it. And they are doing some dirty shit. And that was one of the dirty shit that they did going on that stream, and him talking about his daughter like that with his daughter right there.
Not encouraging any woman to like expose herself on my stream, right? I'm not encouraging her to
herself. What are you talking about?
I'm not encouraging any woman to form a unhealthy, like, parasocial, like, pseudo relationship with any of these male viewers, right?
Well, aren't you doing that?
I'm not. No, I
You don't
dress
have parasocial relationships with your viewers? Yes,
I do have parasocial relationships, but I will tell you, I dress more conservative than all of the conservative female streamers. I cut off any type of flirting or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't respond to it. This is just the type of person that I am.
Yeah, right. And so what? You can do that. I'm not criticizing you.
Sure,
Does
but
everyone have
again,
to do that? Can a young female flirt?
There is a huge difference between allowing and encouraging your daughter to go out and flirt and
I mean, you
form
lack
relationships.
No offense, but
wait.
you sort of lack charisma.
You
You sort of lack
sure.
energy.
Oh, here he goes. Now he's starting to get butt hurt.
Sure. But again, I'm the one here with the viewers, right? So, you are.
Well,
we're
a few,
talking.
yeah.
we're talking about. There's a difference between you encouraging your daughter to go out and express herself and embrace her femininity versus her playing up her sexuality, putting on lingerie and dancing for a stream full of strangers that she doesn't know.
Yeah, there's a difference. I don't know what to tell you.
There's a huge difference. Like, look, all right? If your daughter wanted to be one of them, say an Amaranth, okay? If she wanted to be like Amaranth and do what Amaranth does, okay, fine. She's a grown-ass woman. She can do that. To me, the grift is the father encouraging it, and they lean into the incestuous shit. They lean into it. That's the grift. It's crazy.
Tell you, do you think, like, you're a young woman, I'm not trying to cross any lines, but do you think that your body is something that you should be ashamed of?
No.
Okay, so and I understand people have different comfort levels. I don't have any problem with someone saying, like, I'm a female streamer and I just want to be, let's say, into politics or intellectual, no problem. But if someone wants to perform and dance, do you think that that's immoral?
It's not, but it should be at her own discovery, not from her dad and a 45-year-old man who is making sexual passes at her, encouraging her to wear lingerie and encouraging her to dance before a stream.
I don't think age has anything to do with it, Queen Panda. He's just a grifter. He's had his channel since 2008. And yeah, it's content. Exactly, Joker. It's content. It's all content. He is content brained. He is content brained to the extreme when it comes to him and his family. And they're all content brained. Like, they were encouraging one point, the sister and the brother got into it, and they were encouraging the brother to get online so they can talk about it. They're all content brained.
Why can't a parent encourage their children to do things more effectively, and then they can take
a parent encouraging a daughter to dress provocatively and dance before a...
Yeah, but here's the funny thing, Sailor. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen because they push the line to a certain point. They only push it to a certain point. That's not going to happen.
Group of strangers who might have bad interests for her.
Well, here's the thing, Joker. Here's the thing, Joker. I talk to him on here. I would 100% talk to him on my channel. 100%. And I promise you, it won't be as nice as everybody else. I promise you. Because I'm going to, listen, if I ever got a chance to talk to them, I'm going to let them know, I think you're full of shit. I think all of you are full of shit. Every single one of you. Literally.
Are you saying that men would be sexually attracted to a sexually attractive young woman? That's like how it's supposed to work.
It's supposed to work 100%. Yes.
She's not, if she was married, I would say, that's inappropriate.
You're not
She's
understanding.
Not married.
You're not understanding.
She's not a
though.
child.
The
You're
issue,
not understanding.
I don't have an issue with her embracing her femininity
Right.
and with her discovering who she is as a woman. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is why, as a father who is supposed to be protective of her, are you encouraging her along with
I'm
a
not supposed
45
to. I think the father has a dual
along
rule.
with a 45-year-old man who's making sexual passes at her? Why are you
Yeah.
encouraging her to dance and wear provocative clothing in front of a group of strangers who you don't know anything about them? They watch Hormaxer's content frequently. They can't be the best people.
Why can't they be?
I mean,
Well, I don't know what the answer is.
look,
She's free to do whatever she wants to do. But are you telling me that if I was to encourage, let's say my son, one of my sons, like he's an artist, one of my sons is an artist, I've encouraged him to do art shows and try to work art galleries, and and show his stuff. What's the problem? I don't understand why
if
that's
you
the problem.
had your son on your
And
stream
make money.
if you had your son on your stream and you encouraged him to take his shirt off and to dress provocatively and dance before a stream full of people, I would have just as much of a problem with that as well.
Exactly. Same. If he was doing it with his son, I would say the same exact thing.
Okay, so if my son was Justin Bieber, it's like, I don't understand it. I just don't understand. Those kids can use adults, right? I understand if you're talking about little kids, but adults are free to negotiate that space as they see fit.
Yeah,
Now,
but
when
you're
Grace first
belittling
came on,
her.
hold on a second. Why is it belittling?
You were
someone to
belittling
say
you
that
in
they're
that
attractive?
stream.
I've taken my shirt off on
Okay,
stream.
no. See that's not. I'm not.
Is that
not saying.
belittling?
I'm not saying you're belittling her because of you acknowledging her attractiveness. What I'm saying is that in that stream where you and Hormaxer were encouraging her.
They have several. There's 6 kids, Queen Panda. There's 6 kids. I believe it's I want to say it's 5 boys, 1 girl. He has sons. There's 6 of them. There's 6 kids.
To wear lingerie and dance, you started belittling her, saying, "Oh, she's smiling now, but she's going to have a problem with this when stream ends," as if that's unreasonable for her. Why is it
Easy
unreasonable
again.
for her to have a problem with the way that you and Hormaxer are encouraging her to behave?
Well, I think there's a problem with females, especially kind of, let's say she was raised to sort of hate sexuality, and I think she sort of internalized that, and I want her to relax about it. And she's an adult, and she can choose not to, but I mean, it's part of the game of life, right? Women have a certain sexual power, especially young, attractive women, and I think that they should feel free to exercise that power or not as they see fit. But I don't think there's anything wrong. When we first came on the internet, she was just my tech helper, and then I asked her if she wanted to co-host with me, and I said openly, because I was doing religious stuff like the Crucible. It's like that's a space that's like 95% male, and I said if you co-host with me, it'll definitely bring.
I want to go back and look through his old stuff. I really do. I want to go back and look through his old stuff and see how this progressed. Because it is a complete shit show now. Honestly, it is a complete shit show now.
Bring male viewers in, and people said that, and I said, yeah, right. What's the problem with that? It'll help me succeed, and it'll give you some chance to be. Is there something wrong with that? Is that exploitative?
I'm talking about a very specific example here, right? I'm talking about a very specific example in which you and 45-year-old Hormaxer, who's making sexual passes at your daughter, are encouraging her to dress provocatively and to dance before a group of strangers, and she is not making that choice of her own. She's doing that because you requested it and because Hormaxer requested it, and because she wants your approval.
Okay, so you don't think adult women have the ability to make
Of
decisions?
course they do, but you're berating her even in that, saying like, oh, she's going to have a problem with this when stream ends.
So,
as if her having an opposite opinion of you in that situation is a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have suggested to her.
It's essentially pressuring her.
Yeah.
Sure, I think parents can put pressure on.
Pressuring her to be sexual in front of strangers?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, are
He knew. You see that smirk on his face? He knew he was caught there. He knew. He basically said, "Okay, you give me the checkmate." Okay. He actually respected what she did right there. Look at the smirk on his face.
to be sexual in front of strangers?
Watch his face. See?
Sure, yeah.
See? He knew he got the check. He knew she got the checkmate with that one. And he respected it. You could see it on his fucking face. He knew that she was right. He knew she was right. He knew she was not picking up what he was putting down. And he respected it. That's why he smirked. Man, I'm telling you, we've dealt with motherfuckers like this.
Okay, are you really Catholic? Because I'm pretty sure, from Catholicism, the teachings of Catholicism, you're supposed to avoid provocative clothing and avoid flirting, right? And you're encouraging her to do those things.
Yeah, no, I encourage flirting. Flirting? You think flirting is discouraged by the Catholic Church? Why? I would not encourage her to do that if she was married, but she's not married and she's not a child. I don't understand what your problem is. I think you're just wound up, and I think so many people online are so wound up about sex. I think that sexuality, I don't know if you disagree. Do you think the Catholic Church thinks that sex is an evil thing? Probably you do think.
No, between a married couple, it's not an evil thing, right? Between a
Well,
committed married couple.
Stardust?
But
How do they get married?
No, I mean,
How does
like,
it work?
but again, provocative clothing is something that Catholics are against. Essentially, like, even
What's provocative? A skirt?
It's not. It's quite literally she was wearing lingerie. It showed her skin.
Actually, it wasn't lingerie per se, but okay, fine, yeah.
It showed her skin. Yeah, it showed her breasts. It showed her skin. How are you Catholic?
Okay,
you're grifting.
So.
Period. All right, hold on one second, guys. I gotta get a drink. Hold on one second. I'm gonna let y'all chill out just for a second. Just stare at the grifter. All right, you don't have to listen to him for at least a couple minutes. I gotta get a drink. Hold on. All right. That's very true, Fukai. I know it's not everyone. From my experience, a lot of bad people use religious beliefs to excuse their bullshit. Yes. I think he's using it as a grift. And smart people pick up. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
So, is it wrong for a woman to wear clothes which in some way show that she has breasts?
No, but wrong? Again, based on your view, right? You are a Catholic.
Are you a Muslim or something?
I'm not a Muslim, but I come from a more a background. But I'm talking about from your personal view. That from your personal view, you are a Catholic, right? You are a moderate Catholic. If you believe in Catholicism, there is a dress code to it. The saints have spoken about it. And you know that you are grifting. You are essentially grifting.
Okay, so all right, so let me ask you a question. If Grace goes to the beach, which I think is, would you say that on your understanding it's okay for Catholics to go to the beach? Do you think?
Yeah,
that would
of course,
be okay?
but I'm going off.
Okay,
of
and then
your
wait a minute, hold on a minute.
I'm not. Don't do my worldview. I'm doing your worldview. You are
okay,
Catholic.
I asked you
moderate.
what you since you apparently have made yourself the Pope, because you understand Catholicism better than me, even though I've studied.
Now he's starting to get angry because she's got his ass. She got him, and he don't know how to handle it. See, that's the problem. These people wanted to grift into the politics realm, Twitch poll, And what they don't realize is they can't handle them. They can't handle them. I think the daughter will be able to handle them better, but the father, he doesn't have the range. He doesn't have the range to handle these people.
Catholicism, and I'm a master of theology from
Okay.
a pontifical university. Okay, so
Okay.
but you know better than me, right? So I'm asking you the question, since you're the Pope, I would like for you, the Pope, to tell me whether it's morally acceptable for young people to go to the beach. And
Yeah,
my
it's morally
follow-up question
acceptable.
is it okay for them to wear what would be a normal piece of swimwear, or are they supposed to wear some kind of gigantic burqa type thing because they're Catholic? Answer the fucking question.
Yeah, I think I don't know the Catholic perspective, but I would
Yeah,
I would
do.
think I would think that probably wearing like normal beach attire is fine, right?
Yes, Asmo. Yes. He's the kind of stupid that doesn't know he's stupid. 100%. Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm eating some bread because my blood sugar's going a little low. Yes. 100%, Asmo. 100%. You hit the nail on the head. Yes. He is very disrespectful.
But she was
Yeah.
not wearing normal beach attire. She was wearing literally lingerie. It was see-through. You could see her skin through that.
Okay, I don't know. Are you a lesbian or something? What is the problem? People have skin. You want to see my skin? I'll show you my skin.
I
It's not
would
that big of
rather
a deal.
not. Thank
I'm
you,
not
though.
sure what your problem is. People have skin. People wear what
Did
you
you
consider
not-
provocative outfits. I don't know. Did
Did-
your mother ever tell you that like life is fun,
Did
sexuality
you
is
not?
fun?
Did
Maybe
you
come
not
from
see
a
an
wound-up
issue? Do
Hindu
you not see a
background or
contradiction
something.
here? Do you not see a contradiction in what you were claiming to believe in, and what what
I
you were?
get
claim-
it, Stardust. You're just gonna say the same fucking thing a million times. Listen, I believe that the human body is.
Okay. I'm going to give y'all this theory, but I don't know how well this theory is. And it's probably a very dumb theory. Again, it's only a theory. I am not presenting this as fact. I want to make sure everyone knows I am not presenting this as fact. Okay? I think they're grifting so hard on this conservative views, but not conservative at the same time. We're centrist, this, that, and the other. My guess is they're actually liberals that are trolling. I honestly believe that. No, I wouldn't say fully believe. I don't fully believe it, but it's like a theory to me that they're actually like liberals or people on the left, because I don't even know what to call them anymore because they changed the damn definition of liberals and leftists and all that. Anyway, I think they're actually on the left, but they're trolling. So they can get into these spaces. Because when I listen to oh my God. When I listened to the debate, how him and his daughter were there talking about how Steven Crowder was the abused one and not the pregnant wife, it sounded so fake. It sounded so phony. It sounded like they didn't even believe the words that came out of their mouth. Honestly, it sounded so fake. It sounded like they didn't even believe what they said. Honestly. You know what? You might be right. It may be apolitical. They may be apolitical. And it just be a grift just to get in there to get more views and stuff. You might be right. You know? Either way, it boils down to this. It's a win-win situation for me because here's the thing. If they're real, it's messed up. If they're fake, it's still messed up. Because either way, it's messed up. It is a mess. The whole thing is a complete mess. According to Willie, I think last night on RFC, this isn't a troll. All their past videos show a pattern of behavior. They seem to be real, apparently. Well, according to Willie, when I first told him about Andrew Tate, he thought Andrew Tate was joking. And I have been on my channel for however long about Andrew Tate going, yo, Andrew Tate is not a good person. Andrew Tate is not joking. This is how he feels. And guess what? Xylie was right. Because Willie thought Andrew Tate was just joking. So, and I love me some Willie. You know that. I mean, either way, no, I don't think it's fully real. I know Matt like me and Matt had a discussion. He thinks the whole incest part is the grift. All right. But he thinks like the fights between the families are real. I haven't dived into the fights between the family yet because I think with them is they have a little bit of truth, but they blow it out of proportion and make it the lie. You know what I mean? And that's what I think is going on. Oh, look who showed up. Grifter extraordinaire. How you doing, Ben Thorpe? All right, let's go.
It's a beautiful thing. I understand that there is a temptation for females to degrade themselves. I do not encourage
Why are
Grace
you
in any way to
encouraging?
degrade
Why
herself.
you were encouraging her to degrade herself.
According
Wait,
to
even-
you?
Yes.
What do I
when,
fucking
when,
care?
According to anybody who watched that damn video, according to anybody who watched it, what? Oh my God. Do you even know who Willie Mack is, Ben Thorpe? Do you know who Willie Mack Show is? You seem like the type that likes Willie. My type of gal. Ew. Ew. Oh. Blech.
Care what you think.
when Whoremaster
You're a
is
wound
saying,
up Hindu or something. I don't
I'm
get
not
it.
a Hindu. I'm an atheist, believe it or not. But when it
Well,
when
you were raised,
Whoremaster,
obviously.
Amen. 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 Fuck your sky daddy. All right, let's go.
In a very hyper traditional
when
culture.
when
And
when
those
Whoremaster
cultures have problems.
when Whoremaster
You know
was
how
talk-
women were treated in Hindu culture? Do you understand?
when
like
I
the way
am
women are
aware,
looked at in
I'm
Hindu
aware,
culture?
I'm a feminist.
It's not
I'm a
totally
feminist.
healthy.
Yeah, I'm a
I am
feminist.
too.
Okay,
So why do you keep telling
you're
women
not.
they can't?
No. You no. You don't get to be a feminist and what you did on Whoremaster's stream with your daughter. You don't get to be a feminist and say that. That's that Mr. Girl shit. That's like when Mr. Girl likes to say that he's a feminist. And it's like, bro, what? You hate women. How are you a feminist but you hate women? You know? How? Views. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Wear
I have
normal
no
clothing.
problem when a woman chooses of her own volition to make that choice. But what you were
True.
talking about is Whoremaster. In the same stream, Whoremaster is making a joke about pimping your daughter out
Yes.
on
Yeah,
the
it's a
Boulder
joke,
Highway.
right.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's a joke. What part? What? At what
Why
point
doesn't
is
it
a
matter
joke?
if it's a joke? Why
Because
can't
the
adults
joke,
joke
a
around
joke can still
about
be
sexuality?
degrading.
Yes.
A joke can still be degrading to your daughter.
Well, I don't know if I say to my kids, will you
True.
quit jerking off and come down here? My sons, will you quit jerking off and come down here and whatever, fix this thing? Is that degrading to them? It's the normal way.
Are you
in which
telling
young
your
people
sons
talk.
to are you okay with another adult telling your sons that they are going to pimp them out on a highway and then
Yeah.
telling them to dance before a bunch of strangers online?
I went to the bowling alley with my sons. They're a little wound up, because we've been through a lot. And I told them, I saw some girls who were scantily clad, whatever. They're looking. I don't think a lot of women go bowling because they love bowling. I said, go talk to them. Yes, I'll say yeah, guys, go get
Go
some
talk.
pussy.
That's
Now,
fine.
Wait, that's totally different than what she's talking about. You're not answering her question. What the hell? The pivot master. Oh God. Oh God, this is so brain dead. This is so brain dead. This is used car salesman speak. Remember, he's trying to sell you a 94 Corolla and tell you it has the features of a 2023 Corolla. This is the cadence this dude uses. Holy shit. It is amazing.
Do I want them to have premarital sex or any of that stuff? No, but I'm just saying, guys, standing over here in the corner, I don't know. It's like, you know what I mean?
Again, there's a massive difference between encouraging your sons to go and approach some women they may be interested in and start a conversation with them versus
brain dead.
encouraging your daughter to change her outfit to something provocative and dance before a 45-year-old man who has a history of being creepy online and dancing provocatively for an audience that
Not
she
really
doesn't
any
know.
difference. Not
There's
really
a
any
huge difference there.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I don't
want
care what
you want your
I don't know.
children.
Are you my
okay,
fucking mother? Because you
want
suck.
your
Okay, see, now he knows he's gotten caught. Now he's going to go on the defensive. He knows he got caught. I'm telling you, he respected Stardust in that one instance when she checkmated his ass. That's why he gave a little grin. That's why he gave a little smirk, because he respected what she did. He knows.
Look,
That's why
I
you're
know, I
not
get
really
it.
making it here online.
suck.
You
Okay,
suck.
I get
You're
it.
boring,
I'm the
and
one
you're a
with the viewers.
scolding fucking mother. Why don't you relax?
I'm the one with
Try
the
to have a
viewers, but
sense
I'm
of
the one who
humor.
sucks.
Have
Okay.
some fun. Lean into the jokes. No one's getting hurt here, Star.
I'm
What are
totally
you
fine with
talking
edgy
about?
jokes. I'm totally fine with that. But I
Yeah.
think that there is like there is a line, right? And one of those things is, again, with
I
your
agree,
sons,
there's a line, yeah.
your sons, you were encouraging them to engage in a healthy way with the opposite sex, right? What you were
I
encouraging
think
from
so.
Grace, yes, what you were encouraging from Grace in that stream was not something that I saw that was a healthy way of engaging with the opposite sex.
Why isn't it healthy? Just because you don't think it's healthy?
Because
What's wrong
she's-
with a woman exploring, an
She's
adult
okay with a
woman
man.
exploring?
She's okay.
When she's doing it on her own volition, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with a woman doing that. 100%. If they're doing it on their own volition, absolutely. But when their father is pressuring them on a live stream to do those things, that's something totally different. You're getting into a different ball game there. Nuclear Winter, Uncle Ben showing up, whatever he's mentioned. I don't care. I don't care. He's a grifter. Him and his daughter.
With a man degrading her and joking that he's going to pimp her out.
Yeah,
She's
it's
okay
a
with
joke.
with
A joke is not
with a man
degrading.
telling her what to wear and then her putting it on, and then she's okay with you belittling
She's
her
free.
if she has any problems with that stream later on.
Yeah.
You said, oh, you were making fun of her. You said she's gonna have a problem with this later on, as if it was a bad thing.
Stardust, I would encourage you to be more attractive if you want to succeed online.
And there we go. When we have nothing else to say, we have to go for the looks. That means Ben L. Ben Thorpe L. Because as soon as you have to go for the looks, you have lost. Because you have nothing else in your vocabulary to say. Ben Thorpe L.
If I was your father, if I was your uncle, whatever, I would say, if you wanted, I could help you to do that. You're a lovely young lady. I think that's part of it.
Okay.
But if you want to be this old little, sort of mother figure, grandmother figure, whatever the hell it is you're doing, you can do that too. It just sucks. You're not gonna blow up, and it's gonna be boring. I would have a little.
This
more
guy's
fun.
wins worst father
But
award.
if you want to be this person, that's fine. But I don't know why you're judging me, because I'm saying.
I just think it's
consider having
hypocritical.
some more fun.
I think it's hypocritical. I don't think you're encouraging her to have fun in a healthy way. I think there are healthy ways for her to engage with her sexuality and engage
Yeah,
with,
you're uptight. I get it. You're
no,
uptight.
I'm not. I'm pretty progressive. I think that there's a healthy way for her to.
Progressives suck too. On the left, the problem is that women are treated as like non-people because they're seen as victims, and you have to be careful, and there's all this consent and all this like anti-masculinity. It sucks. Yeah.
So
there's
okay,
there's a healthy middle ground.
where do you draw the line at being attractive for a woman online to gain viewership? What where do you draw the line? Should she, like what exactly would you say?
It's a combination of whatever the person feels comfortable with and whatever, kind of works. I don't understand. Do you think Taylor Swift should wear a burqa or whatever the
No.
Hindu?
Why do you keep bringing up Taylor Swift? That you can't compare Taylor Swift to your daughter. It's two different. First of all, it's two different genres. Second of all, Taylor Swift is like mega famous. Your daughter is just now getting recognized on YouTube. Okay? You and your daughter are finally crawling out of Boit, bottom of YouTube, and getting recognized. There's two totally different things there. Two totally different things. Yeah, recognized-ish. Yeah, exactly. The hell? You can't. Come on now.
Thing
But
that
I
is?
don't think that you should be
Is she
shaming your
sexually
daughter.
attractive?
I don't think you should be shaming your daughter if she decides to feel a different way off stream about the way that she is dressing on that
Well,
stream.
maybe she's a little uptight, and maybe you're a little uptight. What's the problem with me suggesting that?
That's
You're
not
an
being
adult.
uptight. That's her exercising her own agency, and you're discouraging her from
So you think that
exercising
an
her own
adult-
agency.
So a father, an adult father, can't suggest something to his adult daughter. Why not?
Where is the line? When does it become inappropriate?
I don't know. If she brought
Good
a
question.
if she brought a guy and said like, we're dating, and I talked with him and I said I've got some concerns here, is that appropriate or inappropriate or what?
Well, my question is, at what point, when you're a father and you're
Wait. The dating part, that has nothing to do with what she's saying. See, this is the grift, all right? The grift is, we're going to talk all this shit here to try to trap you into something else. We've seen this before. I don't know, man. Y'all really do have some bottom of YouTube. Y'all really do have some bottom of YouTube tendencies, though. There, Ben. If that's really you, I don't even know if that's really you or not. To be honest, but y'all do have some bottom of YouTube tendencies. Just saying.
Encouraging your daughter to do stuff on stream. At what line do things become inappropriate?
I don't think that women should objectify themselves sexually. Yeah, I know. I think there's a problem. We've all known. Like,
Wait.
Inappropriate.
I don't think that women should objectify themselves sexually.
I don't think women should objectify themselves sexually. But yet, we were on Whoremaster's stream. He was on Whoremaster's stream telling his daughter to put on lingerie and back it up against the wall and all this other stuff. But women shouldn't... Bro, what? Bro, what? Oh my god, dude. Such a grifter. Oh my god. You know, if this pans out for them, he should really write a book on how to bullshit your way through YouTube. Honestly, how to bullshit your way through YouTube. That would be an amazing book. If this works for you. I don't know if this is going to work for you, though. Because honestly, you're getting clowned.
Yeah, I know. I think there's a problem. We've all known, like, the backseat Betty, who misappropriates the sexual power and sort of, it doesn't handle it properly.
True, Advent. Deaf Noodles did already do that one. You're probably right about that. Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
I think you should always be a dignified person. But I'm sorry, Stardust. It's okay to be a female. Do you know what?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay to be sexual.
Nobody...
We're all sexual.
Would you
right?
encourage your...
But you just said for them not to be. This is... Oh my god. He's so insufferable. Oh. You're full of shit, dude. Full of shit.
daughter to do a topless stream?
I've done a topless stream in a bathtub. If she did a hot tub stream, yeah, I do think there's a line.
Okay,
And,
so would
you
you,
know,
or yes or no, would you encourage her to do a topless stream?
I mean, if the bubbles covered her like that, she could do that or not.
If this is the real Grace Thorpe asking me this, Xylie, would you admit there's a chance we believe in what we say? A lot of the stuff that you've been saying lately, no. No. I think you and your father are full of shit, if that's really you. I think you're full of shit. I think both of you are full of shit. That is my own personal belief. I think you're both full of shit. I think, and again, if this is the real Grace, because I don't know, I need my mods to check if that's really them or not. All right. But if that is the real Grace, I personally think you are better at speaking than your father. You are, you're more convincing than he is. He's not convincing at all. That performance on Destiny's channel when you both were talking. Check Discord, Abbott. Just tell me. Hold on. Oh, God. You're making me check Discord. What the hell? What the hell, Abbott? Okay. I think, Grace, I think you are better at speaking. You are more believable. I think Ben talks like a used car salesman. Listen, at 47 years old, I have met people like your father. And, yep, that's them then. Thank you, Skip. I have met people like your father, and people like your father are full of shit. In my life. I have met people like him. He's full of shit. You are more believable. That's why I think you are the one on the forefront now. You're prettier, you're younger, and you speak better than your father. So, yeah.
I'm a little hesitant with that stuff personally. But if she wanted to do that, Stardust, if she wanted to go have sex with guys, right? Which meet them at.
You're absolutely a troll team. Anybody who takes y'all serious, it's amazing to me how people can't see through your bullshit. It is absolutely amazing to me how people can't see through your bullshit. Especially when y'all were talking to Destiny and y'all mentioned, where's my notes? I think it was 8 times y'all tried to get him to talk about the incest. 8 times between you and your daughter, y'all tried to get him to talk about the incest. You lack confidence as a streamer? Not from what I see, Grace. Not from what I see, Grace. Oh, no, ma'am. You cannot sit there and say you lack confidence in streaming. That ain't gonna work with me, girlfriend. I am not the one. Oh, I said your daughter was pretty from the very beginning. She's not an ugly girl at all. She's a very pretty girl. Absolutely. She's a very pretty girl. I would never say she's ugly. I mean, she might show an ugly-ass attitude on her stream sometimes, but yeah, Grace, you can't pull that bullshit on me, baby. Lack confidence as a streamer? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not today.
At bars and have sex with them. I'm not really going to tell her she can't do that. I would just say, be careful. But
Right,
if she
it's-
also never went out to meet guys, I would encourage her, get out there. It's okay. Don't be too uptight. Don't you
That's
understand?
fine.
There's a balance between being too uptight and being too loose.
I
And
understand
It's mostly
that.
her thing, but I can encourage her if it goes one way or the other. She's done dances where I'm like, yeah, that's
But
a
you
little
want her to
kind
be
of hookerish.
dignified, right? You want her to be dignified.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah, but
dignified
your idea
about...
of dignified
Wait,
is...
what?
This is so full of shit. Oh my god. This is amazing. Stardust did so good. Stardust did so good.
What is dignified
guy.
about her licking panties for a 45-year-old man? What is dignified about that?
Well, I wasn't part of that. So you can ask
I mean,
her
you
what's
didn't
dignified
discourage
about
it, right?
I think it's okay for...
You didn't tell him or say, "Hey, man, that's not, I don't like you talking that way."
Well, Stardust, it's weird because that was her 100%. I had nothing to do with that. And, why can't an adult female explore her sexuality? I get that the clips or whatever will come out. She sent it.
That is direct opposite of what you said like 3 minutes ago. You are so full of shit. Oh god. Anybody. Okay, look. Anybody who takes them serious is gullible. Girl! Yes, Skip! Yes! Anybody who takes these people serious are gullible. And unfortunately, on the internet, there's a lot of gullible people. A lot.
She sent a DM to a guy with a kind of ass shot, right? But she was wearing panties. I had no idea about it, but he dropped it on her as kind of like revenge porn. Should I police that? It's up to her. Young people
Okay.
do that. It's not
In
my
this
culture.
stream, in the same stream, you were going along with Formaxer and encouraging her to dance before the stream and wear
But I was
provocative
actually-
clothing,
Can I
right?
explain? Oh my god.
But-
you are so uptight.
but-
I've never met
but wait,
anyone so
wait.
uptight
Wait,
in
she's
my life.
asking
But
questions. She's asking questions. How is she being uptight? She can't ask you questions? Who are you? Do you not realize you're nobody, bro? You're nobody. The hell?
But when
Good Lord.
wait, when she is encouraged
It's
to
like-
lick panties, you don't step in.
I don't police everything my daughter does. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you
I
were
was probably
pretty
in another
vocal
room
about
at the time.
you were pretty vocal about not wanting her to change her mind or not wanting her to feel bad about this after stream, right?
Stardust, do you know what the first commandment in the Bible is?
What is that?
Before any of the 10 commandments. The
Hmm.
Lord says, be fruitful and multiply. Now, I'm not sure if you understand what that implies.
Oh, God.
It implies that the Lord is basically happy with the gift of sexuality and wants
Oh, God.
people to make lots of more people.
I
That's
don't
what
care.
want.
I don't care what your Sky Daddy says and what you think you're interpreting your Sky Daddy is saying. Oh, God. This is like a fever dream. This is hilarious.
People to realize is part of the joy of life. It's not the entirety, but it's a big
But
part.
what are the bounds
And I
of
think
that?
we've all become so fucking crazed about like pedophilia and what else is it? Inappropriate touching. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Did your parents fondle you as a child? Is a proper word? Did they fondle and
No, my
caress you as
parents
a
were,
child?
Oh,
were
God.
very appropriate with me.
Okay, so this part, okay, I have to admit, when when I heard this part of the discussion, I had to go back on it like 3 times because the shit spewing out of this dude's mouth was absolutely amazing. Like amazing. Like nuclear levels of amazing. Oh.
So,
Uh,
but so they weren't if they didn't fondle and caress you as a child. I'm talking about as a baby. There are people who have told me that it's inappropriate for a woman to enjoy breastfeeding her children. That's fucking nuts.
Oh my
That's why there's so many
God.
autistic people out there, because they haven't had this connection. It's something called bonding. Are you even aware of
is
that?
Grace financially dependent on you?
She's actually running the show here.
Okay, but is she financially dependent on the show that you guys do together then?
I'm financially dependent on her.
Okay.
I work.
He wants her to say it. He wants Stardust to say, "You're pimping your daughter out." He wants her to say it. This is a troll, people. I do not believe a word coming out of anybody's mouth. The good Lord said, wear lingerie. Got it. 100% Skip. The good Lord said in the Bible, wear lingerie and you shall be free. You shall be free from the afflictions of the real world if you wear lingerie. 100%. That's what the Bible says.
Work for her. It's called Thorpe Corp. And anyone out there who wants to help us is welcome to. So I don't really understand.
Okay.
She's got $80,000 in the bank. She can
If you
take off.
guys-
She's free. I don't understand.
Right.
Why does everyone want to? You say you're a feminist. You think women.
At 2K subs, which now she just hit 2K. She was like right under 2K before they got on Destiny. All right. I doubt very seriously she got 80K in the bank. Or at least not from YouTube. Not from YouTube. Because if she had 80K in the bank from YouTube, I would have more. Just saying.
Are like animals.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
not a
that
feminist at all.
I think that you encouraging I think that you encouraging her when she's looking to you for approval as a father and encouraging her to dance that way.
Oh,
and
you just say
dress
the
that
same
way.
thing over and over
then,
and over.
Yeah, because you never answer it. You're never answering it. You're pivoting. Every time she asks you a question, you're pivoting. Listen, if you want to jump into this Twitch poll stuff, I don't know how serious you are with it, which I don't think you are, because you literally contradict yourself in every single conversation I have heard you in. Oh my God, it's so hilarious. But these people are going to snuff you out. They're going to snuff you out. They really are. You know, wow. Amazing.
Again.
But
What if
you're not getting it.
What if
You're
I
not getting
encourage
it.
you? What if I encourage you? Okay, so I'm not getting it because I don't agree with you.
No, that's not
Couldn't
it.
I just say, like,
I'm trying. You
we
keep
differ on
pivoting to
this?
different topics. You keep pivoting to
Thank
different
you.
topics that,
Yep.
that
I
have
could
no
suggest
relation.
ways in which you could be more effective
And that
aesthetically
wouldn't-
if you
that
wanted
wouldn't
to.
be
Does
near-
that make
that-
you a victim? Does that make you?
No, I
like
wouldn't
some sort of
care
a-
because you're not my father, right? Like I wouldn't care.
So
But
fathers can't be involved in their children's careers?
I mean, if you want your child, you made the point about wanting her to have a like healthy sexuality and embrace her sexuality and embrace her
Yeah.
body, right?
And she was
First you made that
uptight.
point.
She's uptight.
100%. Okay, you made that point, but you're not encouraging it in a safe and healthy way. What is safe about this stranger
What
on the
is
internet?
unsafe about it? What's unsafe
A
about it?
stranger on the internet?
I'm a
who's
stranger on
no-
the
Stardust is better than me because See, this is why I don't go into Twitch poll, because I don't do this debate. I don't debate. Okay? It's either we're going to have a conversation or we're yelling at each other. There is no middle. I don't do that whole debate thing unless it's somebody I respect. And do I respect this? Absolutely not.
internet. You're a stranger on the internet. Glitterbell is a stranger on the internet. Itanki Nogue is a stranger on the internet. What the fuck are you talking about? There have been attractive women in media since media began. It was Audrey Hepburn's father a monster if he said, I love what you're doing. Is Marilyn Monroe's father a monster if he encouraged her in her career? What the fuck is going on
It's
here?
just it's a contradiction
There were
of what you
strangers who watched the
Ooh, you don't know the background of Marilyn Monroe, do you? Or do you know the background of Marilyn Monroe and you said it to see if Stardust would pick up on it? Damn, man, y'all are too easy. Y'all are way too easy. Y'all are way too easy. You just gotta take the right person to pick up on your bullshit.
these women on the big screen, and some of them, yes,
But
Stardust, some of them jerked off
you are
and had pinup pictures.
You are
What
claiming
the fuck is the problem with that?
in one sense, you were in one way you were saying, oh, this is about her sexuality and embracing her body, and then in the other end, you're saying, no, it's not about that. It's about her putting on a show. So which one is it?
She's having a young man named Darius who streams on Twitch. I think
Oh, Darius. I can't escape Darius. How can I not escape? I've already muted Darius on Twitter, okay? I have Chris that talks about Darius. Coral talk about Darius. And now I can't escape Darius from Stardust Stream. I cannot escape Darius. Oh, my God. Who is Darius? Don't make me get into who Darius is. I am so sick of hearing about Darius. King Darius. I am so sick of hearing about Darius. Lord have mercy. Oh, God. Darius is awesome. Okay, Rennie.
Twitch streamer? No.
Yeah, I do YouTube and Twitch.
Okay, so you might know him, Darius IRL.
Oh, yes. God,
Okay.
Darius.
So he's suggested that he comes here for a couple of days and they have an e-wedding in our backyard. And he's a very, like, sort of sexual person. I think he's a nice guy. I'll have him here, and I would have other people here. And I'm not going to pay attention to everything they do after hours if they're drinking. They're adults, but she'll have to live with the consequences of it. And I trust her. Is that okay? I said, yeah, have him here. Great. Could he assault her and kill her? I guess so, but I mean, I've met him. I think he's a nice kid.
Oh, God. Oh, God, no. I forgot about this part of the conversation. Oh, it might have been when I started to fall asleep or something. Holy shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. No.
He's going to be streaming.
You're shifting the topic again. You're shifting the topic again.
You want to
it's
sit here and go
not.
this one incident? Okay, fine. I've told you there's nothing wrong with it. I encouraged her. Do you think that a female can be sexually uptight? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, it's 100% possible.
Anybody
yes.
can be sexually uptight.
Ideally a mother, but in this case the mother's gonzo, right? So let's say a mother say, listen, honey, I think you're being too uptight. And you should get more out there and wear something. Obviously, ideally, it's going to be the mother figure who says, like, you know what, don't be too uptight. You know, it's beautiful to become a young lady. All this stuff, right, through puberty. I had to fucking do that myself, and it's awkward. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to like guide my daughters through like menstruation and things like that. But okay, I'll try to help them. I try to be, whatever. But like, all I'm saying is proper parenting. You said to me that you don't think it's proper parenting to fondle and have a great time physically with little kids.
There we go with the incest thing. They want people to talk about I'm telling you, they're grifters. They're grifters. It's so fucking obvious. It's so obvious. They literally are grifters. And everybody who's making Grace a victim, you've been played. Everybody who makes Grace a victim of her father, you have been played. Because she plays into it.
I don't know, maybe when you
say fondle, when you pose that question,
look it up.
Look
up what fondling means.
No, but when you pose that question, you pose it within the context of like your parent touching you or something like that. Which obviously,
what?
When you phrase it like that, then it sounds inappropriate. But obviously,
because you're crazy. You are crazy.
When you
you're
grow
crazy.
up,
it's because he's playing with words. That's what he's doing. He's playing with words so you can get outraged. He's playing with words so you can get outraged. He's a troll. He literally should be living under a bridge, him and his daughter.
Being your parents,
Yes.
Holding your parents, totally normal. Totally normal. But that
Yeah, and different families, different cultures have different, but it's really important that you fondle your
All right, Joker, you have a good night, man. Oh, good day. Excuse me. I didn't realize. Yes, it's morning. You have a good day, Joker.
kids and have a close physical intimacy with them when they're very young. Everyone knows that up until 5 minutes ago.
Do you know what the
And
fondle
the
meaning
idea
is?
that a woman,
If you Google fondle, stroke or
Yeah.
caress lovingly or erotically.
yeah, right. So yes, stroke.
So it's
or caress
completely
lovingly.
reasonable, completely reasonable with
Oh.
or erotically for me to think that maybe you're talking about in an appropriate way.
Well, physical intimacy with your children is similar to sexual intimacy in the sense that both things are involve touching, and everyone gets so fucking uptight about it. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So you wanted to know what my message is. My message is that I don't think Stardust, you actually have any problem with what I'm saying, and there is.
Hold on one second. Hold on, I'm coming. They're trolls. Just the fact they keep bringing up incest says everything to me. If they don't do that, they wouldn't be so easy to spot as grifters. Actually, I'm going to be honest. Just by the way he talks, you can tell he's a grifter. Just by the way he talks. I keep telling y'all we've heard it before. We've had somebody like this in our community before. We've had somebody like this in our community before. Just not grifting off the same thing. You know? Been there, done that. And plus, like I said, me spending most of my life touching grass and not on the internet, I have ran into plenty of people like this. When I say used car salesman, it's because I used to work with used car salesmen. Remember, I was a mechanic, okay? I used to work with people like him. When you work with enough people that you know you don't believe a damn word that comes out of your mouth, you have a tendency to be able to pick up on it.
There's no other word for it. We don't need to redo the entire English language because yes, things have dual meanings. I've said it's
Do you
totally
fondle
fine
kids?
to.
Then do you fondle your kids?
Well, my kids are not little kids anymore.
I can tell you now, Keemstar wouldn't give him the time of day. Keemstar would not give him the time of day. I don't even know why you brought up Keemstar, Stan.
Anymore.
Yeah,
So
but
no.
did you fondle your kids when they were little kids?
Yes. Did they sit on my lap? Yes, absolutely. Did they crawl into bed with me and watch TV with me on the with us on the weekends? Absolutely.
Will you say that the specific words yes, when my children were small I fondled them?
Yes, I told you that.
Specifically that sentence.
Stardust. Yeah.
Look, he did it again. He did it again. All right, watch this. Watch this. She got his ass again, and he knew it. He knew it, and he respected it. Watch. Watch his
TV
face.
with me on the with us on the weekends. Absolutely.
Will you say that the specific words yes, when my children were small I fondled them?
Yes, I told you that.
Look at his
Specifically that
face.
sentence.
Look at his face.
Stardust. Yes.
See? She got him and he respected it. He's a troll, guys. He is a fucking troll. He's such a good troll. Well, I don't think he's a good troll because I picked up on it as soon as I first saw them on Destiny, okay? But he's such a good troll in the way that when he gets caught up, he respects it. You can look at his face. He's done it twice now. You can see it in his eyes, and you can see it when he gets that little smirk on his face. He knew he got. He knew he had got, and he respected it. He's a troll. They're trolls. His daughter's not a victim.
Say it then.
I
Say
fondled them. Yes.
Okay, all right.
I love fondling my kids when they were little kids. caressing them, soothing them. Yes, all this stuff. When they were crying, I would hold them in my arms. And maybe everyone's angry because they didn't have that experience, but there's nothing wrong with that. I tickled them. Sure. I wiped their genitals when they changed their diapers. Yes, all of these things. It's called being a normal human being.
He's doing wordplay. He's doing wordplay because he wants the outrage. He wants the outrage. He's doing wordplay. This is so obvious.
And a healthy human being. And wouldn't you admit, Stardust, that if a man opens up the diapers of his child, male or female, and has a hard time dealing with the fact that they have genitals, that there's something wrong with that person?
Yeah.
It's totally normal. But I mean, I think this is the result of pornography and, this kind of, it's crazy, of course.
That's the thing, Ruthless. Okay. I don't know. He definitely tries to carry on the persona like he's the smartest person on the internet because that's part of the grip. That's part of the troll, right? If you sound confident, people will fall for your shit. You know what I'm saying? People would fall for your shit if you sound confident enough. What people tend to do, okay? This is how they get away with this shit. I'm gonna peep y'all some game right now, okay? This is how they get away with it. They say the most outlandish shit so you can rage off of one thing they said, and then everything else they spew out of their mouth you don't pay attention to. What most people that I'm seeing, what most people hone in on between the daughter and the father is the wordplay they use about incest. And then they don't pay attention to the rest of what's coming out of their mouth. With Ben, it's not only the words that come out of his mouth, but it's his body language that tells you he's trolling. Okay? It's his body language that tells he's trolling. That's why the daughter is better at it, because her body language doesn't tell as much. He has more tells. She doesn't. How you feel like how you can tell she's full of shit is what she rages about and how she rages. Once she shows some kind of angriness, you can tell it's fake. Because her angriness does not sound genuine. That's her tell. Her tell is when she doesn't sound genuine when she's angry. Supposedly angry. Ginger, just let them be in the chat, all right? Enjoy what I'm saying, all right, Ginger? Just leave the trolls alone. Let them troll. Trolls be trolling.
You literally wipe the lips of the vagina. It's like, everyone knows that's true, right? I mean, you don't have any kids.
Look, people in the chat are falling for it. Disgusting. Imagine if he gets knocked on the doors, LMAO. They were crying saying, Daddy, stop it, hurt. You see this? They're falling for it.
Kids, I assume. But like any parent would tell you, like, yeah, right, of course. Do you like enjoy it? I never enjoyed changing diapers, but I mean, whatever. Women seem to enjoy it more.
Ben, you have to give it to me. You have to give it to me. I got your game, dude. I got your game. And you know I got your game. And I didn't even have to go for a full-fledged deep dive on you. I got your game the first time I heard y'all. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. And all this other shit, I don't know if I believe it unless I saw like actual proof. Because honestly, you could tell me the sky was blue and I will literally physically look up at the sky to make sure it's blue. I wouldn't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. Honestly. I wouldn't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. I would actually have to check the sky to make sure it's blue. Yeah, exactly, Ruthless Rosie. I could smell a grift too.
The mother of my children, she enjoyed it. She said, I love changing diapers. I love to, whatever, have that little...
And Ben, okay, let me let you in on something, Ben. I am a 47-year-old, spiteful, mean woman, okay? That little shit you're doing in my chat to me, that does nothing to me. It doesn't make me angry. and hateful. Thank you, Skip. Hateful. I'm a 47-year-old hateful woman. Thank you, Skip, for reminding me. My best friend. And petty. Yes, I'm petty too. Skip, do you want to add any more to it? Anyway, the shit you're doing in my chat to me, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, you're gonna have to come up with something better than that, my dude, because it won't work here. I promise you. It may work for some people in my chat, but it's definitely not gonna work for me. I've dealt with better people than you. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. But nice try, though. I'll give you an A for effort. All right. You're attempting to troll me. You're attempting to troll me, and I appreciate the effort in which you're putting in. But you kind of suck at it. It's not very good. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Like thing, and yeah, it includes all of the body parts.
Exactly, Takashi.
It's fine.
Homie's trying too hard. Exactly.
There are people who are weirdos, but it's like the rate of people who are sexually aroused by their own flesh and blood babies is extraordinarily low. You would admit that, right?
Oh God.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not anymore because of pornography. Maybe people see a baby's genitals and are sexually excited. I have no idea. It's like it wouldn't.
So now in the conversation, we're gonna go the Mr. Girl route. Okay, like we haven't heard this shit before.
Occur to me in how that could be in a million years, but maybe you suspect me of that. But I'll say it till the day I die.
That you enjoy
And I also-
fondling your kids. Okay, but again, there's
absolutely.
like there's an erotic that you
Maybe
know.
for you, maybe you're a
No,
real weirdo.
there's a.
Maybe you watch like baby porn or
No,
something.
oh
You're a
God,
sexual
Google
star.
What?
Google the word fondle. Google the word
Right,
fondle.
it has two meanings. It has two meanings. So does the word flirt. Do you think that sometimes, let's say, a nurse in a hospital flirts with an older man who's lonely, whose wife has died, who's dying of cancer? Do you think that a female nurse might flirt with that man? Yeah, it's flirting. Look up flirting. It can have a sexual connotation, or it can be sort of playing at that. Is it morally wrong for her to do that? Maybe in your world it is. To me, that's one of the great joys in life.
Your camera keeps fucking up, dude. Your internet connection's not very well with Discord. Discord does not like you. Your camera keeps fucking up on your Discord. You need to get that fixed.
Flirting with people, having fun. I've also said I enjoy masculine intimacy with other men. Like I used to play football, and I say I enjoy tackling other men and being tackled by them. And someone's
Yes, where's Grace? Grace, fix the camera. Please, come back and fix the camera. What are you doing, Grace?
said to me, "Oh, so you're rubbing your penis against their asshole or something like that." I was like, "No."
Oh, there we go. She fixed
No.
it. Boom. She fixed it. Good call. Good call. Yeah, you know what? Discord hates you too, Ginger. Discord really hates you too. I don't know what it is with you and Discord.
But it's crazy if you think that that's a, like, oh, no homo, I can't play football because I'm going to touch another man. You are going to touch another man. Do you think that that's something to be worried about? They're going to be like that football and baseball and hockey and all these games are like homo-erotic, like
I probably
havens
wouldn't
of-
call them fondling.
I didn't call them fondling. You know what, Stardust? You're a fucking asshole. You know that? You're a fucking asshole.
Maybe I'm a
Fuck
fucking
you.
asshole.
I think you resent God and you resent his creation.
You know what, You know what? Actually. Oh, can I do it right now? No, I'll do it afterwards. Okay, wait. I don't even know how far into the stream we are. Let's see, 43206. Let me write this down, because I'm going to make that my new dono sound. You know what, Stardust? You're an asshole. Just call me Aiko, okay? 43206. I'm going to make that my dono sound. You know what, Stardust? You're an asshole. I love it.
I didn't call them fondling. You know what, Stardust? You're a fucking asshole. You know that? You're a
Maybe
fucking
I am.
asshole.
Maybe I am a
Fuck
fucking
you.
asshole.
I think you resent God and you resent his creation. I'm sorry, you're
I don't give a fuck about your sky daddy. Although I'm gonna be honest, I'm halfway believing you don't even believe in him either.
a little overweight, you're a little unattractive, you don't have a lot of
the wolf
energy,
of men,
and
the
you
whole joint.
envy people who do.
You know you lost the troll when you have to go, when you have to resort to what someone looks like.
I'm sorry, it's not my fucking fault.
I mean,
I
you
would
think
lean,
that you
I would
have
try
energy,
to enjoy.
being psychotic. Yeah.
Wait, Ben, I'm famous for my rage quits. So you're famous for your L's? Is that what you're saying? You're famous for your L's? Because a rage quit is a L. It would be a W if you get kicked.
Yeah, sure. Being psychotic is one way of having energy. Sure. I hope you seek some help for your mental
Fuck
health
you.
problems.
Suck my dick. Bye.
Fuck you! Suck my dick, bye. Okay, so she gets people on panel, they talk about it, they get Zonia up there, blah blah blah. And then he comes back. Okay, hold on. Ben, I have a question. Ben, can you answer a question for me? Are you still in the chat? I would love to ask you a question. When Ben dies, the only thing he will leave behind is his L's. Probably. Hello, paging Ben. Ben, paging Ben. I would like to ask you a question, Ben. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Ben, did you ever spend any time in the trauma community? I'm only asking because I look at your chat when you're going live, and I notice you have quite a few people who've watched trauma community because I've covered them before. Have you spent any? I just ignored it, Takashi. Have you spent any time in the trauma community at all? You don't know what trauma is? Okay, well, I will say, like, Hello Starlight kind of comes from there, sort of. She was like an outlier. But it's like Natasha Cooper and them. I don't know. I just see a lot of people who used to be in my chats when I covered trauma, like, and all the crap that goes on there. And they would be in the trauma chats also. But, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know who that is. So... Okay, so maybe not then. They just might have found you. Because people who tend to watch trauma, they like low effort, they like low effort, like, YouTube live streams. So they probably just found you through that. More than likely.
Be polite, and I just
All
get
good.
frustrated.
All good. I take no offense to it. So, yeah.
But we're not going to sit here and go over the same exact question, are we? Is Zonia here? I'd love to talk to Zonia.
I can see if she wants to pop in. But I mean, you know, somebody did bring up the point about the bathing suits, right? Two-piece bathing suits are, you know, written about against, right? In Catholicism. So.
Wrong. I don't know who made you the Pope, but apparently you're an expert. Do you think that there's a Catholic teaching about whether you can have a two-piece bathing suit?
Let me pull in the person who said it. He was talking about how there was some. It wasn't like a
Well, at least I know Skip picks up what I'm putting down.
Catholic teaching per se, but I think somebody, like a notable figure, did write about two-piece bathing suits. And
Well, okay, sure.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know if someone does.
yeah. I guess what else did you want to address while you were here?
Well, I thought these people, you had all these questions. I'm
Okay.
happy to answer them. I'm happy to bounce it around. But if you're
All
just
right.
going to
Of course, he wants to talk to anybody. And listen, this is all about validity, okay? The more people that actually talk to him, they give him validity, if I can speak English today. So, like, okay, if I had Grace and Ben on my channel, I am, even though, say I'm telling them they're full of shit, okay? I'm still giving them some kind of validity. Whether you want to do it or not, you're still giving them some kind of validity for just being on your channel. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can get off the Krama subject now. That's been and over with. I already did my series on them. I don't care about them anymore. I was just asking a question because I noticed the people that were in his chat. That's the only reason why I asked. So we can get off the whole Krama thing now. And that's why Zonia won't do it and Chud Logic won't. But I'm going to be honest. I don't see a problem with Stardust doing it. I don't see a problem with Stardust doing it. And if I did it, if anybody had a problem with it, they can kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? This is my channel. You ain't going to tell me what to do with my channel, but I understand why Zonia and Chud Logic won't at the same time. That's their channel. That's their, they do what they want on their channel. You know?
Sit here and go, was it wrong for you to do this one thing at this one time? I mean, I answered your question. I'm happy to say that
no,
it very much
you actually didn't. You kind of went off on tangents and tried to outrage her by the words you were using. Sir, come on. Let's be real.
enjoyed fondling my kids when they were little children, having them sit on
Yeah,
my
no,
lap and
Marie,
have
I get it. I get it, Marie.
great time physically with them. I don't know what else I can say. If you find that disturbing, then you have a problem. You have a serious mental problem. Although I do understand that people just...
Okay, there's Grace in the chat now, talking shit. Let's get the party started. Ugh.
can't, be honest anymore. I think there's a fairness. I'd love to talk about it in terms of larger issues. Because people say, well, you're looking for clout, you're chasing...
Ginger, my dear sweet Ginger, you act like I haven't dealt with trolls in my chat before. My mods are battle worn, okay? My mods, believe me, my mods are good.
Clout, you're just trying to be provocative. I'm actually trying to, help people to recognize...
Yeah, but you know what, though, Ben? You were somewhere else before the Crucible. You didn't start at the Crucible. I noticed that you've had your channel since 2008. I'm wondering if you've had other channels before and how long you've actually been doing YouTube. And I think this is, and granted, this is all speculation from me, okay? I don't know. This is all speculation. But it seems like to me this is your last ditch effort to get known on YouTube. And I have to admit, you're fucking it up. You really are fucking it up.
That... Don't you understand? You could say you don't believe me, but I'm just trying to help people recognize that sexuality is not, at its core, something to be afraid of, but it's a gift. That's how I feel about it. That's how...
Okay, you know what, Austin Bennett? I'm gonna say something. And yesterday, I had a bad day. I had to give Sneeko a W, all right? And I even had to, and it still tastes horrible in my mouth to even say this, I had to stick up for Ben Shapiro, okay? Something that I never thought I would do in my life, okay? I felt like a part of my soul left my body, all right? Austin, when you say this feels like a quartering move, to be honest, you're forcing me to stick up for the quartering, and I don't appreciate it. I love you on my channel, but I don't appreciate it. But I hate to say this, but the quartering, oh God. I'm about to throw up. All right, hold on. I got this. The quartering has better standing than this dude. Okay? That was a little rough coming out of my mouth. I kind of threw up a little bit. But it had to be said. Yeah, deep breaths. No, Asmo, I'm telling you, Rumble is not the reason why I'm changing. I'm not changing. But listen, y'all know me, okay? Whether I like somebody or not. To me, the truth is the truth is the truth, all right? Sometimes I actually agree with people I don't like, all right? And y'all know this, all right? So it's not Rumble. It's just so happened to be the shit that's going on, all right? But the quartering has better standard than this dude. At least the quartering works hard on his content and he pumps actual good quality content out. He's not just sitting on a live stream yelling with his family in a low effort way in which they don't even have a damn background and it's StreamYards. I mean, you know, the Quartering has better production value. The Quartering actually, for what he puts out, it's quality. In a way, if you like that kind of stuff. I personally do not, but you know what I'm saying? So, thank you, Austin, for making me stick up for the Quartering. I do not appreciate it, but you know you're one of my homies on the channel. Yep, yes, Gaming Witch, but it's better than sitting there and arguing with family on a live stream and you and your daughter are grifting across YouTube just to get YouTube famous. The Quartering doesn't do that. And he does have good thumbnails. That's true. The Quartering does do some funny thumbnails. I agree. So, yeah. All right. Ben Shapiro one day and the Quartering the next. I'm going to hell. All right, let's go.
The Lord feels about
Sure,
it. That's how
but
the Catholic
again,
tradition feels about it. And
yeah, sure, but
we
again,
seem
you
to
want
have
that in
lost that sense.
no, you want that in sure, I agree with that, but you still want that in a healthy way. You want somebody
Okay,
to
what am I saying that's unhealthy?
not about the fondling part, but the part specific.
Thank you, Asmo, for reminding me of the Sneeko W. I appreciate it.
The part that you don't want
Well,
to talk
no,
about.
no,
with
no,
Vormaxer,
no.
right?
You said the fondling thing. You said you wanted to get me to say it in a certain way. Okay, and I did say it in a certain way. There's some.
I will say this, Takashi, if you went on to Grace's channel and Ben's channel, you would say the Quartering thumbnails are good compared to theirs. You know what I'm saying? Indrid, you have a great day.
Something fucking wrong with you that you are uptight about saying that. I understand the term fondling has two meanings. I understand the term flirting has two meanings. I understand even the term sexual has a broader meaning than just penis and vagina. If you want to go into the Catechism of the Catholic Church, the Catechism of the Catholic Church does say that there's a sexual dimension to all of human interactions, to human relationships. And you could say that I disagree with the Catholic Church. That's fine with me. It doesn't mean that the Catholic Church is giving the green light. I mean, it's ridiculous. The Catholic Church obviously has teachings that we're all familiar with, but the fundamental teaching on sexuality is that it's a gift.
See, Ginger, you're falling for it. Doing all those caps and yelling at them. You're falling for it. You're falling for it. Listen, these people, honestly, look at them and laugh. That's all they're good for, is looking at them and laugh and how stupid they look. Because he's not even a good troll. He's a troll, but he's not a good troll at all. It's so obvious.
And
It's a gift, but within a certain boundary, right? Within the boundaries of marriage.
well, sexuality as a whole, I just told you, I don't know, you can look it up. Catechism of the Catholic Church teaching sexuality. There's a dimension of sexuality. Like, for example, you must, I know that you're the Pope, but you're familiar with the fact that priests are called father, generally?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know why they're called father?
Mm-mm.
Can you imagine why they're called referred to as father?
Nope.
Because there's a, oh, so you can't. Okay, so you're completely
Well, no, I
innocent.
mean, I legit don't know, so just explain it, I guess, so, yeah.
Okay.
I personally don't give a fuck. Personally, but, yeah, that's just me.
All right, so we're just playing games. Okay, so
I'm
I'll
not-
play
I'm
this
not playing a game. I
You know what the
legitimately
term
don't know.
Father means. Obviously,
don't know
it means
why
that in
they're
some sense
called
you're
father.
a spiritual father. Spiritual father.
Okay.
You're a spiritual father, and your flock is your spirit. Now you could say, "Well, that's bestiality. It's a flock. You're a shepherd." What the fuck is everyone talking about? It's yes, your father. Now does that mean? Oh, Ben said that priests should fondle little children. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. There is a dimension of relationships that has a dimension of, let's call it, desire, right? If my son's been gone for a while at school and he comes back, I move towards it. My emotion is one of desiring to say hello to him, to greet him, right?
He's playing that word salad shit again. Oh my god. This dude's obvious. Oh, Stardust, bless your heart. You are better than me.
Okay.
Desire can mean something, and it can mean something else. We're attracted to other people. It's intrinsic to us, and not just our marital partner, right? Okay.
I'm bringing in
so you're
somebody
just
who's
disengaged on your own.
No.
still.
I don't know anything about Catholic religion.
Okay, but I'm not
know
talking about the Catholic religion. I'm talking generally about human relationships.
about like fathers and all. I mean, I don't really know, but I brought in a call in for you, okay? Who probably wants to ask you a few questions. So
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Catholic tradition around sex and sexuality goes pretty far back to being pretty pro-abstinence. Let's be honest about this. I mean, like right back to sort of like the teachings of Augustine when we're talking about confessions, right? Like the idea of like, you know, because a lot of Augustine
Chastity. It's not abstinence.
Yes.
It's chastity.
Well, I mean, when we're outside marriage, it's abstinence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like a lot of Augustine's conversion and his feelings about shame, and right back to the teachings of original sin being sex goes back to Augustine because of his feelings of having a child out of wedlock. This is pretty established Catholic doctrine.
Well, the
You know,
teachings
this is
of
the point
Saint
we're
Augustine.
arguing from.
The teachings of Saint Augustine can be seen as slightly tinged by Manichaeism and a little bit anti-sexual, right? So
Oh, we're gonna start pulling out the big words. Oh, here we go.
A little bit, actually, they're very anti-sexual. Like they're highly anti-sexual.
no, I can give you. Well, sometimes people read that's Luther reading into Augustine, but there was an
Make sure
example
to
of Saint
sanitize
Augustine
your
who was a
brain after
bishop,
talking to this
and
guy.
there was a situation where a monk and a nun had been caught, you know, sort of sexually having a relationship, something like that, a priest and a nun, something like that, and people were going crazy about it. And he said, "Look, relax, it happens," you know. And he was very gentle with those people. It happens. There was recently in like a Vatican scandal of a Jesuit artist who had relations with adult nuns, you know, and where he was, you know, the chaplain or something like that. And, you know, it happens. Okay, so it's not an endorsement of that sort of thing, but it's very different than something happening with children. If it's consensual, if it's that sort of stuff. It's not a good thing. But I don't.
Okay,
I'm
but
not sure
the way you're phrasing towards your conversations about sex and kind of sexuality within the Catholic Church. I mean, again, like
He's only phrasing it. Okay, think about it this way. Why would he phrase that about the Catholic Church? Why would he be using the phrasing that he's using of Catholic Church? Because he wants you to get outraged. Why? What is known about the Catholic Church? What is the jokes about the Catholic Church? You know, the fathers, the kids, and stuff like that. With the nuns, with the, you know, like little boys. That's the only reason why he's doing that. He's only doing it because he's trolling, because he know his whole shtick is to get people outraged. Honestly. His whole shtick is to get people outraged. With the way he talks about his daughter, with the way he was talking about fondling his children, and then now we're going into Catholicism. It's all about outrage, people. It's all about outrage. It's all about to piss you off. It's all about pissing people off to the point where other people will get you on their platforms to talk to you, so then people can get curious and go check out the channel and get more subscribers and people watching you. That's all it is. That's the grift. That is the grift. Attention, attention, attention. Yes, Marie, that is the grift.
you asked about the comment of about bikinis. Well, that was Saint Paul. That was Saint Pope John Paul II, who wrote extensively on the subject of modesty. And I believe his findings were: a bikini does not reveal a woman's worth as a daughter of God, does not reveal her brilliance, mind, beautiful heart, and eternal soul. It reveals only her body, and that is not clearly close enough to describing who she is, a child of God. And generally, like the teachings are around, well, you have to be practical.
He wrote about bikinis per se, like he's assessing.
He wrote about modesty and
swimwear?
included two-piece swimwear in this. Yes, like
well, okay, but he was also a man of a different time. I mean, he was raised in a very traditional culture. But okay, yeah, I mean, you can make the argument. I've never advocated for women wearing bikinis, but I don't think.
Okay,
So you advocated for your daughter wearing lingerie on a stream?
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
Actually, not lingerie, but you can say whatever you want.
You tie in this traditional feel that you're kind of pushing forward, and this I think is partly why people are calling it a grift, because you'll tie in kind of like almost.
You can call it whatever they fucking want to call it.
Sure, but I'm just explaining to you the reaction, because people will like see you pulling in these weird points from both the left and the right, to try and it looks like fucking audience capture.
It is audience capture. It's not looks like. That's exactly what it is. Don't give him a benefit of the doubt. Do not give this man a benefit of the doubt. Do not give him or his daughter a benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not giving them a benefit of the doubt. I'm not. And I'm not going to call her a victim nor treat her like she's one either. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'm sorry. Call me hateful, call me spiteful, call me whatever you want. She is no victim, and he is just talking out of his ass. He is just talking out of his ass. Ben, if you genuinely believe in your message, you're sick. If you genuinely believe in your message, there is something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you. I think you're both disgusting.
That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like an honest exposition of your ideological position. It looks like you're going, well, what's going to grab the most attention? And even with this, like when you're saying things like, well, you know, you've got kind of like some sort of theological background through your education. Like that looks like you're making a claim to authority, which other people with theological backgrounds are going to go, well, what the fuck are you talking about? And you clearly have knowledge because you can like engage in a conversation about Augustine and everything.
From a pontifical university, I have a master's degree. I don't know. I'm just saying. Stardust is telling me what the Catholic religion believes. For some reason, she's become the Pope. I'm telling you, I do have some knowledge. It doesn't mean I'm right about everything.
Okay, sure. Okay, well,
I do have that. It matters, right? I mean,
sure. Look, I'm trying to observe. So the reason that I am talking to you about this, I'm trying to observe like your actions through what your worldview is, and I'm not understanding it. It's not making sense to me. It's not.
Right.
It's
I
just
think Beckett would say that so many times I've heard, even in these conversations, you say Catholic conservative. Right? Catholicism, I don't think, Beckett, you know what the word Catholic means, right?
Sure.
It means universal. So it
Plank, thank you, Plank Studley. I appreciate you being with me for 2 months.
is not a conservative in the sense of American politics. It doesn't necessarily. There was, for example, you tell me about this. Okay, so there was a bishop who last week in Italy articulated a Catholic teaching about abortion, in which he said, he used an analogy from Roman history. I forget what he called it. But he said there was a situation in which there were, like, say, the Roman armies and whatever, the Etruscan armies were going to go to war. But by doing so, a third power would inevitably defeat them. They'd weaken each other. So what they did...
Oh, my God. I'm so sick of all this God talk. Ugh. Come on.
...is they selected, I think, three brothers and said, this will decide the war. And they fought. And he made the analogy to abortion that instead of fighting the culture wars, we should recognize that there is a consensus position. In Italy, the consensus position is that abortion is limited, it's allowed, but it's limited to the, first trimester. But after that, it's highly restricted. And after that law was passed, I think in the late 70s.
Oh my God, my body, my choice. I don't give a fuck what you have to say on what I or any other woman does with her body. I don't give a fuck what Sky Daddy says. I don't give a fuck what Catholicism says. I don't give a fuck what Baptists say. I don't give a fuck what any of them say. My body, my choice for every single woman out there in the world. Just saying. Good morning, Xylie. I'm here to talk to you about your Lord and Savior Jesus. You would, Peepaw. You would, Peepaw.
There was a movement to be much more restrictive, which would be the Catholic position, and then that was roundly defeated. And then there was a movement to liberalize it, like we have in America, and that was roundly defeated. So, what this bishop was arguing is that we no longer should be doing this on a political level, and we have to kind of make the argument not based on politics, not based on, voting power, but based on, the fact, which I absolutely agree, that abortion is murder and that it's a terrible solution and there are much better solutions. Now, you can say and start.
Okay, Ben, I'm going to tell you now, leave Ginger alone. If you got anything to say, or Marie, or anybody else in my chat, leave them alone. And if you got anything to say, you can say it to me.
Us can say, well, that's not a Catholic position, but he's a bishop and he may be the next pope.
No, Reese, I don't think he is one of these guys. I think he's talking out of his ass.
I forget his name. I don't think we in America are aware of that because we tend to think religion is culture war that you know, like I don't think the the overturning of Roe v. Wade in this patchwork we have in the United States of laws is necessarily the best thing for the fight against abortion. I don't think the idea of having this kind of swinging back and forth with the Supreme Court is necessarily a Catholic position.
But
I'm not
not American.
movement.
I'm not American. I'm not like, again, religion here isn't particularly politicized. It's very much divided.
You're in England.
From kind of, I'm UK. So when we're looking at kind of that,
Ben, that's the funny part. You don't have any charisma. You don't have. That's my whole point about you, Ben. You don't have any charisma. That is my whole point this entire time of talking about you. You have zero charisma. I can see your bullshit a mile away. You don't have any. You don't have what the kids call the Riz. You don't have it. At all. You sound like a shyster. You sound like you're trying to sell people something. You sound like a used car salesman. You sound like every word that comes out of your mouth, you're trying to convince people of something, of whatever word salad that you're speaking. You don't have charisma. And the people that fall for your shit are gullible. They're too gullible. They need to go out, touch some grass, and meet people in real life to realize that they're being gullible. No, I didn't. I absolutely did not say that. No. I said that when I was younger, I probably would have been gullible. I probably would have been gullible to go into the outrage about you. But into you? Oh, no. No. In the words of the top G's, I like high value men. You know, the kind that go and work and, you know, take care of family and stuff like that. You know, not the ones that sit in Discord all day and try to troll people. Yeah, I like high value men. You know, the ones that when they speak, you can believe what they're saying. You know, not the ones that are going around trying to be creepy just for some attention. You know, high value men. That's what I like. So, yeah. Okay, if you say so. It is what it is. I don't know you. I don't know you. I can only go off by what I see, and what I see is a guy who talks a lot of shit and people get outraged over it when honestly they shouldn't, because you don't even believe the shit coming out of your mouth.
Totality of what you're saying. You are largely speaking to an American audience. You are going to have kind of those responses, and when you bring in stuff, I suppose, what's the way to put it? When you're bringing up points about the way you act or what you're.
That's funny, Ben, because to me, money doesn't make a high value man. I don't go by the manosphere and what they say. Because honestly, I don't even think the manosphere has it right on what really is a high value man.
Ideology beliefs, those are going to twig to particular things. Now, if your purpose is to kind of educate on kind of what theology points you want to bring up, if those are discussions you want to have, then that's like an understandable thing to do, but it is against the backdrop of the current controversy that you seem to like find yourself wheeling.
Yeah, I think that Catholics online should pivot away from the culture wars. They're unbelievably online Catholics.
Do you think that people are
incredibly associated with the right wing?
Do you think people are going to currently engage with you on the basis of these theological arguments outside of the current conversations you're having?
Well, you're engaging with me.
Yeah, but I'm a fucking hell of an exception to do that. Like people want to come on and find points to like basically discredit you on. Like it's not going to be like an honest good faith argument. Again, I'll engage you on those.
Oh, sure, there are trolls. Sure, yeah, there are maniacal trolls.
Do you think people like Andrew are trolls?
No, but I mean, I think, yeah. Well, I mean, Andrew and I have a particular history. He's been extraordinarily hostile towards me. I had a discussion with Andrew, for example, as part of a debate before he determined that I was part of an FBI plot to undermine the Orthodox Church in America, because I said that there are some Russian Orthodox. There were strains of Duginism. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that philosophy within the.
I need to go shopping, but this is keeping me from being an adult. I feel you, Ruthless. This is keeping me from doing my adult things too. We're almost done though. We're almost done.
Russian Orthodox Church that are concerning, and I don't think that Christianity and Duginism are really a good fit. But we had a discussion about authority, and he was arguing that we should distrust all authority. And I was arguing, you can watch the debate; it's on my channel. It's an interesting debate. He scrubbed it from his channel supposedly to protect his followers from legal action, which is ridiculous. But at one point, he said to me, we got into a discussion about the limits of authority and action, and I said, because he said he would fight a police officer who was trying to control a situation if he felt that the officer was acting unjustly. And I said, no, you fight that in court. And then he said something like, if I saw a kid.
Okay, we're almost done. Thank God.
In a river, who was clearly drowning, right? And you only had a 5% chance of saving this kid. Would you, this is a very theoretical, right? In the heat of the moment, you're not going to do this, but he said, would you jump in to save that kid? And I said, probably not, because I have 6 kids. Like, maybe my instincts would go there, but I probably wouldn't jump in. That's what I consider prudent, right? You understand that that is true, right? That you do have to weigh things.
And
sure.
sometimes, again, we're talking about
you have to allow someone to die.
Okay,
if there's nothing you can, if it doesn't make sense,
Guys, I don't think this conversation is going anywhere. We may have to pick this up tomorrow. It's 2 a.m.
Sure.
Good girl. Get the hell out of that conversation. I don't blame you. I would have told everybody to fuck off a long time ago.
Usually I stop stream around midnight, so
way better than the conversation that I had with you. It was just one fucking point over
I don't know about that.
over.
Oh, stop. You're mad, which I don't even think you're really mad, but you're mad that she got you twice. You even respected it. You smirked at her twice because you know she checkmated your ass. Dude. We should collab sometime. You're my kind of people. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God.
I don't know about that.
Over and over. It was so boring.
Yeah, because you couldn't answer your own question. You
answered your question. I said I thought it was.
Wait, what kind of people is that? Let's explore this for a moment. What kind of people is that, Ben? What kind of people am I? What kind of people am I, Ben? Huh? Salt of the earth. Well, that's true. I am a salty bitch. I'll give you that. I don't, Ben, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm being nice because you're in my chat, but I don't know if an interaction would be really productive if we were, like, in a call together. I don't know. I don't know if it would be productive. T, thank you for joining Just Saying Squad. I appreciate it. Because, see, I'm not a debater. I don't debate. I come from, blue collar. I don't do that pseudo internet intellectual bullshit. I don't do it. It's either we're going to have a conversation or we're cussing each other out. That's just how it is with me. No, I know that's exactly what he wants. I already said that. Oh, wait, I have to go back. Oh, wait, excuse me, guys. Y'all gotta give me a second because I have to go and get a screenshot for the thumbnail. Hold on. Wait. Where did he come on? And... Actually, that's perfect. I'll use that for the thumbnail. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't have a thumbnail ready for this because I decided, because I'm gonna, tonight at 8 or 9, we're gonna go over, that video that was dropped about Illuminati tonight. So, we will be back about that. Because I definitely want to go over that video, and it's a long one. I won't hurt you, Xylie. I'll go easy and work it slow. Oh, my God. Is that supposed to be, like, making me want to get in a call with you? Women who interact with me usually end up with a smile on their face. I leave a nice taste in their mouths. I doubt that. You look like you haven't showered in 5 days. Ew. No. Oh, God, no. Ew. Ew. Well, I can't get on him about the chain smoking, because if you've been with my channel long enough to know, I used to smoke too. So now I just vape. So I can't say anything about him smoking cigarettes, because I used to do the same thing. That would be hypocritical of me to do. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, God. Squatching, I know. I know. Xylie is based in Red Pilled. No, Grace. Xylie is not based in Red Pilled. Xylie is based in Xylie Pilled. Because I give 2 fucks what anybody says. Definitely not Red Pilled. Definitely not based in Red Pilled. I am based in Xylie Pilled. Basted in holy roller grease, Skip. Yeah, I don't believe you are either, Grace. I don't believe you are either. I think, I honestly believe y'all don't believe half the shit that comes out of your mouths. I honestly believe that y'all are literally going around the internet and you finally got your in. And I'm gonna be truthful with y'all. All right, I'm gonna be very, very, very truthful with y'all. Grace, listen to me. All right, y'all are fucking up. Y'all are really fucking up. Because once people get convinced that you're grifting, especially with Twitch poll, they won't want nothing to do with you anymore. You obviously don't know the community you're trying to get into. Yeah, the cover is being blown. Y'all are really fucking it up. Well, Grace, I'm going to tell you just like I told your dad. If you believe everything that you're saying, now, I can only go by what I've heard so far. I haven't heard everything, okay? I haven't A-logged y'all, all right? I haven't looked that deep into y'all because, quite honestly, I haven't had time, okay? But what I've heard of you so far, there's something wrong with you if you believe the shit that's coming out of your mouth. I'm going to tell you just like I told your dad. If you actually believe the shit that's coming out of your mouth, there's something wrong with you. And I mean that with my whole heart. I'm not going to be like everybody else. Listen, I'm not like Destiny that can sit there calm, take notes, and actually have a full-fledged conversation based off your grift. I'm not the one. I'm not like Stardust that would have sat there calm while your dad was spewing out bullshit out of his mouth and just sit there calm and have a conversation. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I am not like these people. I am actually the one that will tell you you're full of shit. And I do not believe a word you're saying. And Grace, I don't see you as a victim like everybody else makes you out to be. Just like there is no... Okay, hold on. Let me read your first one. There's no real way to prove that you're not a grifter if someone says you're a grifter. Just like there's no real way to prove that you're not crazy if someone says you're crazy. Yes, but if you act crazy, that's my proof. If you act crazy, that's my proof. And crazy is subjective. You know, there have been people in the community I in that I thought they were crazy, and everybody else was like, no, they're sweet, they're this, they're that. And I'm like, no, they're crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. You're going to see it in a few months. They're crazy. And what happened? They ended up being crazy. Xylie was right. Hashtag Xylie was right. All right. I think you're grifters. And it'll come out eventually. It will come out eventually. I mean, it comes out with your dad in a single conversation because he switches up his position within a sentence. That right there is a grift. That right there is just begging for attention. With you, it's going to be a little bit harder with you, Grace, because you're better than your father. You're better at speaking. Until you try to put on your fake mad voice, that's when you can tell you're full of shit. But your father, totally noticeable. Totally noticeable. Anyway, guys, I am going to see y'all. I don't know what time. You'll see it when it comes up on the timeline of what time I'm going live. It's either going to be 8 or 9 o'clock, but we're going to go over the video about Illuminati that dropped yesterday when I was supposed to go to sleep, and then an hour and a half video drops and I wasn't able to go to sleep. And you know me, I rarely sleep. Skip, that's a great question. Where should Xylie send her invoice for this psychoanalysis? True. I should get paid for this shit. The fuck? What am I doing wrong? I should be getting paid for this. What? Rude. Anyway, so I'll see y'all 8, 9 o'clock tonight, and we're going to be going over that. And I promise you that one's going to have an already made already made thumbnail. I got to make this thumbnail. And then we're going to be, oh no, wait, hold on. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Your girl is dumb. Hold on, give me a second. I can't believe I took a screenshot with the red line going right through.
You didn't have...
Hold on. Let me go. Ugh. Alright, that's good. I took 3 screenshots. That should work. Alright. Put it back to normal. Let me go ahead and make that thumbnail. Anyway, I'll see y'all at 8, 9 o'clock p.m. Thorpe's, I already have your Discord IDs, so I will maybe message y'all. Ben, Ben, I'm not the kind of woman to do that to. I'm really not. I'm not the one. I promise you. Oh, dear God, have mercy on my soul. These mofos here. Anyway. See y'all later. And always remember, and I haven't said this in a while, always remember, keep that shit real. Bye.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Motherfucker, and this world can do it like me.